listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
I'll tell you one thing, Bino. That living brain donor Gold Brick Joe told me there's 15 minutes left before kickoff today.
He's a clock manager.
I asked him a second ago. I said, Gold Brick, how much time it'll show? He goes, you got about 15 minutes.
He meant seconds.
I was just in the kitchen getting Titans Bill's drink for him, Titans Bill's birthday, here at Calhoun's on the river, where we be, ladies.
All right.
Making it happen. Shout out to Laura, who created all the festivities. Tom Marine, who got here today to help us set up the birthday party. So get on out and join us. Huguely coming up here in a little bit. Dale Jones coming up today in the second hour, setting up the Florida matchup. Bino, I've never heard a fan base more afraid of a game for no apparent reason, as we're live today here at Calhoun's on the River. For no apparent reason, the way this fan base is just been tortured and traumatized. And I told Russell Smith yesterday when I was on with Dubsy and Bear and Bob Baskerville. And Bob Baskerville, he keeps it real. Dubsy and Bear are over there all freaked out. You don't play past games. You play this game. That's why the guy you don't like at Indiana is a damn good coach. Because when you can go into a place and you don't like him because he's Italian, but when you go into a place and you undo all that history.
That's right.
You don't like the guy.
He rubs me the wrong way, Tony, but I've said from the start, he's an outstanding football coach. Outstanding football coach. I respect the heck out of what he's done at Indiana.
Because
he just rubs me the wrong way.
Well, he is kind of rhymes with Rick. But the thing you got to say about him, that I will say about him, that we will also live at Calhoun's on the River today. Get on out and celebrate today with us. Celebrate Butch Jones' big win last night on Thursday Night Football. Did you see the ending?
I did. I saw the ending.
What do you think of Butchie Boy?
I thought it was straight up Butchie Boy.
Yeah.
Butchie ball.
So great, isn't it?
He's one that I hate watch.
Oh!
I don't do that on me. He's one that I'll hate watch on.
I know. It made me sick the other night. They were teetering earlier in the year and way about to miss
Yeah. And he had a surge.
Yep, he got up off the deck, which is what happens in all these sports, man. It's what happens in all these sports.
Tony, we got a new segment coming up later today whenever you want it to come up.
And what's that?
It is Bino's fan uniform reveal for the Florida game.
Bino's fan
uniform
reveal. Where do I start? What pray tell would Bino's fan uniform reveal entail?
Well, you'll just have to find out when the time comes for the new segment.
Bino, what does this thing come this week? I've been saying to Joshy Boy, all of a sudden, I just felt compelled to say to him, underwing, bada bing. And then yesterday, out of nowhere, he divorces himself from me. Alex Myers and Brian Hartman did yeoman's work last night on Garza Law, fifth quarter fan reaction, talking about that game, which I'm not going to lie to you, Bino. If you were over there watching that last night, in the weather and the fog and everything we're having, you're pretty hardcore.
And I was.
No, you weren't. Were you really?
that just happened to probably be my one game. I don't see many basketball games in person, but I had a buddy that that's wife was smart enough not to go, and I went.
Wow. Wow.
So I was in the house last night for Tennessee State. They've got a good squad.
They compete. Went hard.
There was one time I looked up at the board, you
Yeah.
know, that has the
Yeah.
players that are on. They had one guy that had scored on the floor.
Old Tennessee State went hard last night. I mean, we respect you in the morning, as we say in the trade. We respect you in the morning. In the morning, we respect you. Just not last night. Did you listen? Did you listen to the post game last night?
I did.
I didn't.
Rick, who I went with, is a big listener.
Oh, really?
He
Okay.
turned it on just as soon as we came out of the arena.
What?
Dave led off.
What? Okay.
Dave was
Was he positive or negative? On
Dave
this
was
one?
giddy. Dave was giddy.
He liked it.
No, he did not like it. It was Tony was just pouring down rain.
Yes, out here
We
at
got
Calhoun,
here.
it's pouring down rain, right?
I looked out on the outside part to see if Dave had requested a seat out there.
The most negative human being of all time. I mean, he
Hey,
could
Dave's-
be in here. He could be inside in the comfort and the heat and all that's outstanding here at Calhoun's on the river. But he'd rather sit out there in that deluge.
Hey, listen, Dave's just a guy that every light coming his way is a train. That's just the way
Wings.
Dave sees it. So,
My man Wings is here.
what's up, Joshy boy?
He's under wings, Bino.
Josh, you don't want to be under wings anymore.
He's under wings.
You got to let him fly. You
No.
got to let him out of the nest.
Nothing
let
you
him
can do
fly.
about it. Nothing you can do about it. All right, when Mike Huguely joins, presented by our friends, ladies and gentlemen, at Gouffon Moving and Storage. And by the way, people are asking me, are you guys live here next week because it's Thanksgiving? Bino, what's the answer to that?
The answer is yes.
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 Of course we're here next week. Of course we're here next week. Yes. So, an excuse for you to get away from your family. Those of you who are local, it'd be an excuse to get away from your family. Those of you who come in to visit, it'd be an excuse for you to get away from your family. Did you get a whiff? I'm pretty fired up, focused, and prepared right now. How about you?
Yes. I'm ready, Tony. We got 2 big football games coming up here. Going to determine what kind of season we had and we
Thank you
didn't
so
have.
much. Bino, Jeff Henderson, lay it on me, brah. Before Hughie gets here,
About the Tennessee game.
are you feeling scale 1 to 10, Bino? 10 being we are going to rock it onto Electric Avenue, then we take it higher and higher and higher. And you know what 1 is. Where are you? Where is your cup right now? How full is it and how tight is it fastened? Is it more full or fastened tightly? Which one?
I'm about a 3, Tony. I'm about a 3. I think we have a better football team. I don't believe we've ever played a more vulnerable, unstable Florida football team in all the years that I can remember.
Yup.
I think we should win the football game.
Yup.
But it's hard for me to trust we're going to win the football game unless someone
Yup.
tells me that Casey Clausen is playing quarterback.
Well, that's true. And you know what's sad? This is my theme today. If you win tomorrow, that's a signature win.
I
You
agree.
haven't won down there in 20 years. I
I'm-
don't care if we're a
I'm
3-win
counting it.
team or a one-win team.
I'm counting it.
You haven't won down there, and this quarterback deserves, and I know he's gotten paid this year and all that. This quarterback deserves a signature win. He deserves a moment like this.
I agree.
They've chewed around the apple. They've come close.
Yeah.
You know what my concern is, though, and Lee brought it up. And we'll hear it on Winners and Losers coming up. because Lee's been in fuego the last couple of weeks. My concern is that this guy, Ball, runs all over us tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's a legitimate concern.
Sure. Got to get somebody on the ground.
Because defensively, defense that we're paying our defensive coordinator what we're paying him is just – I hope James Franklin comes a calling, Bino, don't you?
You hope?
James Franklin comes a calling for Banks again. Like he was at Penn State.
Yes.
Because literally, I would order Gouffon moving and storage, and we might get Tom to throw in an extra truck or two. And even do some secured storage for him. Do some delivery services.
Take my DC, please.
Take my DC. AC, DC, CC. CC Hoops has gone out with ACDC. Getting ready to tour the world. ACDC, CC. I told him he needs to get billing. We come back on the other side, and then you bow thy head when you say thy name. The great Mike Huguely gets your Football Friday started, followed by another head-bowing Dale Royalty Jones. As we continue with more after this.
Living Vol fan, make Alumni Hall your one-stop shop for all your Vol fans on your shopping list this holiday season. There's nothing better than getting your favorite Tennessee gear under the tree. Picture it, a nice polo shirt, a new hoodie, something for the man cave. Pop in and see my friends at Alumni Hall. Best selection of Tennessee gear. Alumni Hall, 3 Knoxville locations. Bristol, Johnson City, Murfreesboro, or online at alumnihall.com. It's easy to have a big orange Christmas. And happy holidays from everyone at Alumni Hall. The ultimate volunteer shopping experience. Alumni Hall.
Preparing food for a big gathering can really take it out of you. That's why you need to call Calhoun's and check out their selection of party platters. Whether you're hosting a party for the big game, a reunion, or just an everyday gathering, a Calhoun's party platter is next level. Choose from Calhoun's always excellent chicken tenders, fly with Calhoun's wings, or boneless wings with a variety of dipping sauces, award-winning next-level melt-in-your-mouth barbecue ribs, or delicious spinach artichoke dip, or get one of each. Plus, if you're doing burgers or sandwiches, Calhoun's has lots of side dishes like spinach Maria, baked cinnamon apples, Smoky Mountain baked beans, or creamy coleslaw. Available in pints, quarts, and gallons. And to finish things off, pick up one of Calhoun's great desserts to go, including homemade cheesecake or key lime pie. Calhoun's, simply your go-to party headquarters. With 9 locations all over East Tennessee, you can order online and just pick it up. Calhoun's, one of the Copper Cellar family of restaurants, along with Chesapeake's, Copper Cellar, Corner 16, Cherokee Grill, and Smoky Mountain Brewery. Eat local, eat good.
When it's time for your next move, you want to get your precious belongings from point A to point B with your peace of mind intact. That's why you need to call my friends at Gouffon Moving and Storage, East Tennessee's moving legend. Gouffon Moving and Storage has been helping East Tennesseans move since 1887. That's 138 years, 5 generations. That's even longer than the Dooley, Jones, and Pruitt era combined. Gouffon Moving and Storage are pro movers, serving Knoxville, surrounding areas, and interstate moves too, both residential and commercial. And we'll provide you with personalized service that other corporate movers simply cannot. We know how to move all types of items. We pay careful attention to our clients' valuables. Your satisfaction as a customer is our absolute priority. As the oldest continually owned and operated family moving business in the United States, when it's time for your next move, it's Gouffon Moving and Storage. And storage, it's secure and vaulted. Our newest offering of commercial storage logistics, we offer receiving, storage, and delivery services for all your business logistic needs. See more at Gouffon.com. That's Gouffon.com. Or check out the link at tclub.team. When it's time for your next move, East Tennessee's moving legend, Gouffon Moving and Storage.
Life never stops moving. And between the 30-minute commutes, daycare pickups, weekly soccer practice, Tuesday night yoga, X number of coffee runs, and that weekend trip to Grandma's, you're racking up the miles. What you need is a tire that can keep up. A tire designed for doers. A tire that's going to last. Like the exceptionally long-lasting Michelin Defender tire. With an 80,000-mile warranty and the safety and comfort you expect, you can forget all about the miles ahead and focus focus on getting to your destination or conquering your to-do list. Fleet Tire, I-275 exit 1B at East Woodland Avenue in Knoxville. That's Fleet Tire, I-275 exit 1B at East Woodland Avenue in Knoxville. Fleet Tire.
Inward Half is committed to the game and the memorable moments that happen in between. From the tee box to the tailgate, from the green to the big game. For the first birdie with Dad, the first big win with Mom. Friday night lights, Saturday superstitions, Sunday traditions. Fall into the comfort and unparalleled performance of Inward Half. This fall, enjoy the walk-in.
Are you tired of hiding your smile because of crooked teeth? At Knoxville Smiles, we've got the perfect solution. Invisalign. No metal, no wires, just clear, comfortable aligners that straighten your teeth without anyone noticing. Eat what you want, smile with confidence, and see results in as little as 6 months. Call us today for more information about Invisalign, 865-539-1776. Or just visit us online at knoxvillesmiles.com. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
Out-of-town law firms have been swarming into East Tennessee lately. From Memphis, Chattanooga, and Birmingham, they've stormed into the area. Wouldn't you rather do business with a local firm? You know, a true neighbor. Marcos Garza and the pros at the Garza Law Firm are just that. There are neighbors and friends that support local causes year-round. The Garza Law Firm works to serve you professionally on criminal matters, injuries and accident matters, and Social Security and disability filings. The Garza Law Firm is here for you at garzalaw.com. The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
Something not working right? Got a problem with your heating or plumbing? Right now, Pipe Wrench Home Services is making it easy to fix it fast with 50% off any HVAC or plumbing repair. Whether your HVAC needs some persuasion or your plumbing needs repaired, our certified technicians will be there right away to get you fixed fast. Have other plumbing or HVAC problems? We make it easy with free on-site estimates on replacements and free second opinions on repairs. So call or schedule your appointment online today at pipewrench.com and save 50% off any repair up to $500 all month long. We are committed to keeping your home cozy and worry-free this holiday season. Pipe Wrench Home Services, trusted in Knoxville, Maryville, Oak Ridge, and neighboring communities for over 20 years. And as always, same-day service guaranteed or the visit is free. This limited time offer is good for residential services only. Visit pipewrench.com for details.
Basilio here with Alan from WeShipFloors.com. Alan, is it true? Are we really having a Black Friday sale? Lay it on me.
Yeah, Tony, Black Friday is the biggest time of the year for us. We're going to do a 40% off sale. That's what we're doing to everybody else. But for the Tony Basilio listeners, we're going to do 45% off. So you get an additional 5% off, which should be hundreds of dollars. All you got to do is use the promo code TONY. But for the real listeners, we're going to do another promo code. The second promo code is going to be promo code NEGADAVE. So with the promo code NEGADAVE, you actually pay 5% more. So 35% off using promo code NEGADAVE, 45% off using promo code TONY.
We're kind of having some fun here, but when you're talking about 120 Supercore floors, I've shown them over on the website, the video. You can't destroy this floor.
Very tough floor that I designed. When I say literally millions of square feet, we've got 2 warehouses in Johnson City full of flooring. We're ready to go for any size project. But yeah, it's a remarkable product. It's the best waterproof flooring on the market because we sold everyone else's floors and I designed a floor that's better than everyone else.
WeShipFloors.com. Free shipping to all, anywhere in the country.
Go Vols, Tony.
Go Vols indeed, as I welcome you back. 865-200-5402. All lines are currently jammed, as they will stay throughout, but hold your calls. We'll get to you in about an hour and a half. In the meantime, I've got the great Beano Jeff Henderson, who's next to me. We're live at Calhoun's on the river. And here's the thing you got to know about Calhoun's. The deck out here is enclosed. The deck out here is heated. It's lighted. It's staffed. We've got a bunch of people already that have shown up for Titans Bill's birthday party. Some welcome, some not. We've got a wonderful crew of folks. It's terrific. We've got a Pope out here today, not to be confused with the guy in Kentucky, who's about to be a pope on a short rope. And and we got Mike Huguely, presented by our friends at Gouffon Moving and Storage. And shout out to the great Tom Gouffon, who sent me a great video of the great Grant Green today, breaking it down scientifically on the guitar. But let's, without further ado, bring in, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, he's back by popular demand to your Tony Basilio show on a Friday where we generally get him to grade the card right off the top. Mike Huguely, grade the card, my friend, as I welcome you in. What do you think of this card this week in college ball?
It's like a B-, which is sort of weak considering it's the penultimate weekend of the regular season. 2 huge games. But for the most part, there's a lot of not-so-good games. Again, it's disappointing considering we're almost at the end of the regular season.
And the SEC pleads guilty, Mike.
Yeah, it does. And I think, I think the 9-game schedule going forward will eliminate some of this. But at the same time, I think if some of the games that are being played this weekend by SEC teams were played instead in September, no one would care. But it is, Western Kentucky LSU, who cares? Coastal versus South Carolina, who cares? But again, if that were played at the beginning of the season, everybody says, yeah, that's a good team to play early, but you should not be playing those kind of games. Mercer, Auburn, at this time of the year. It's a bad look, for one. And, some of these are the final home, Charlotte, Georgia. That's the last home game for Georgia. If you're a senior who spent 3, 4, 5 years in Athens, you're playing Charlotte for your final home game. That's pitiful.
No, I agree, Mike. I've always thought that was a travesty. What SEC does with the next to last weekend of the season.
It just makes, and guys, thank God it's over, because we went through it last week. Hughie, I'm sitting there doing a 3-hour post-game show after the game, and on my Garza Law 5th quarter fan reaction, and we ended up going about 4.5 hours because I'm a freak. And also we were doing a watch-along, with the Florida game and the other night game last week. Georgia just making mincemeat of that Texas bunch. Does Texas this year, Hughie, get the Golden Plunger for the biggest disappointment in college football? Do they get the Golden Plunger award?
I think Penn State. Texas is, I think, going to be 9-3. No, I think they're going to be 8-4. But that is, at least they're going to be in a bowl game, and and bowl games don't matter. But Penn State, everybody saw, this is their year. This is it. They're going to be, they got everything needed, and they fired their coach in early October. So I think Penn State is number one on the disappointment list, but Texas certainly is up there. The Arch Manning hype was way too much. Plus, I think the biggest issue for Texas, their offensive line, is just a massive disappointment. It's embarrassing how bad it is considering the amount of money they pay for their linemen.
All right, but go ahead, Bino.
While we're on that subject, Mike, your thoughts on James Franklin to Virginia Tech?
I think if he seems to be, I think he'll be coaching with a chip on his shoulder. Not that he wasn't already, but I think he's going to be into this. I think he'll be a really, really high-level recruiter in the state of Virginia. The ACC is not very good. It's hard to lose to top 10 teams when you don't play any top 10 teams, which is what the ACC is these days. If people remember, Frank Beamer had phenomenal success, and a lot of that success was due to his recruiting ability in the 757. That's the area code that encompasses Norfolk, Hampton Roads, Virginia Beach, that kind of stuff. Frank, and for whatever reason, Justin Fuente and Brent Pry did not prioritize that area. Franklin will prioritize it. Virginia Tech says it's going to up its NIL game. Franklin will do a much better job of getting good players on campus. If Virginia Tech just wins the games it's supposed to win, in a normal year, that's going to be 8 or 9 wins right out of the chute. So no more losing to ODU. Which they've done numerous times the last 7-8 years. I think Franklin's going to be successful there. I think he's going to be revved up, ginned up, and ready to go. And again, an upped NIL game will be a big deal for Virginia Tech.
Huguely, let's look at the weekend. How's Oklahoma going to handle this tomorrow? They've had a little victory tour here, courtesy of the Vols, courtesy of Alabama last week. I mean, you're winning in two of the hardest buildings to win in the league. We haven't seen somebody win in our building this side of Georgia in forever. And Alabama hadn't lost a game in the Kalen DeBoer era in their building. And they just did it in a couple of weeks, okay. But here's the thing. Now you got to handle that. This Missouri bunch has a chance to hang around with them tomorrow, make this thing a game. What do you think?
Yeah, it's when Oklahoma lost to Texas, I'm thinking Brent Venables could get fired at the end of the season, given that they lost to Texas and given who they have left. And now you're sitting there going, oh, my God, this team's going to make the playoff. What a phenomenal job by Venables, even though John Mateer has been disappointing, partly because of his hand surgery. But they play really good defense. They won last week in Tuscaloosa without their best pass rusher, R. Mason Thomas. He'll be back this week. R. Mason Thomas, if you're a Florida fan, I know there's probably none listening, R. Mason Thomas's dad played at Florida and was quite good until they got in a scooter accident that wrecked his knee. And Florida did not even recruit him because he's 6'2". So, big deal. Oklahoma is a really good defensive team. Bo Prabula is supposed to be back for Mizzou. How effective will he be? Ahmad Hardy ran for 300 yards last week. He ain't running for 300 this week. Oklahoma will keep him, I think, under control. Make Prabula go to the air to win. That's not a good recipe for Mizzou. I think there will be a little bit of a letdown for Oklahoma because of what you said. I mean, they're coming off. This team has put itself squarely in the hunt for a playoff bid. I think they win this game. I don't think it's going to be any kind of aesthetically pleasing game. I think Oklahoma's defense will show up and play exceedingly well at home. I think this will be a low-scoring win for Oklahoma.
Mike, the other ranked versus ranked game, USC at Oregon, a Big Ten classic.
Yeah, which is still that's just painful to say. The best game in the Big Ten this weekend, USC at Oregon. USC, this team is more physical than they've been the last couple of years. They're still not close to what they want to be defensively. They do create turnovers. They're extremely aggressive on defense. And I'll be honest, I'm not a huge fan of either quarterback in this game. I think Dante Moore is overrated. I think Jaden Maiva is limited in what he can do. He is a big physical guy who can run, that kind of stuff. The best thing USC has going forward is Mekhi Lemon. He's the second best receiver to me in college football behind Jeremiah Smith. Jacoby Lane's a pretty good receiver as well. They got a solid running back group. The offensive line through the portal is a heck of a lot better. But it's also at Autzen. I don't think that USC is going to be able to win at Autzen. I think it'll be a fun game to watch, but I think Oregon wins. And I think USC is going to finish 9-3, but they are building something there. I think that Riley, it's not that he didn't realize that defense is, you got to play defense to win games, but I think he's realized already that he's got to get better linemen in the Big Ten. You didn't need to be lineman heavy in the Pac-12. You got to be lineman heavy in the Big Ten and SEC, and I think he's realized that. And I think if you look at their recruiting and what they've done in the portal, they've realized it too. They need more defensive line depth. better offensive linemen. But overall, I think USC is a vastly improved team this year, but I think Oregon wins tomorrow.
Live today, Calhoun's on the river where we be. Hey, guys, the most 2025 thing in the world. I got 3 of them. You ready? Best game in the Big Ten, as you pointed out, is a Pac-10 game. Best game in our league is Oklahoma and Missouri, which is a Big 12 game. Best game, the weirdest game of the week, is Washington State tomorrow, like at 9:00 their time, kicks off at James Madison. Now, I don't know what's more screwy of those 3 things. Washington State playing at James Madison tomorrow and like an early kickoff for them. I mean, Huguely, what have we done in a few short years to college football,
Let's
man?
throw one more in there.
Oh, go, one more.
The game.
Go ahead.
Cal and Stanford, ACC clash.
It's great, man.
That is,
what are we doing?
It's sort of, it's infuriating is what it is. Washington State, Washington State has an excuse, they're independent, blah, blah, blah. James Madison's ranked. They're in the Sun Belt type. They're trying to get to the Sun Belt title game. They're trying to get to the college football playoff, and they're playing host to Washington State in the second to last weekend of November. That is exceedingly bizarre. Yeah, and that's a long trip for a team from Pullman, Washington, to go to Harrisonburg, Virginia. And that game, it starts at 1 Eastern, which will be 10 a.m. Washington State time. The Cal-Stanford game, to those 2 programs, it's a gigantic deal. But you're right. I mean, if you talk about fierce rivalries in the ACC, that is one. But, my God, it's Cal-Stanford. And nobody else in the ACC cares, which is the unfortunate aspect of this as well.
Huguely, I love the way you accented cares, because let me tell you something. When it comes to your moving your belongings, you better get somebody that cares. And that's Guffon Moving and Storage. My friends at Guffon Moving and Storage have been at it since 1887. That's longer than I've been on the air. And let me tell you, maybe by a day, because I've been doing this for a while. 138 years. I've only been at it for 33. 138 years, 5 generations. That's longer than Dooley, Jones, and Pruitt combined. That's longer than some of these overtimes we've had recently. Guffon Moving and Storage are pro movers, which means they'll move you on the interstate too. Residential, commercial, they do it all. Times have changed, but Guffon Moving and Storage, the tradition and quality remains the same. The song remains the same, Jimmy Page. 138 years, ladies and germs. Check out their link over at tclub.team or check them out online at guffonmovingandstorage.com. All right, Huguely, before we get to the main event tomorrow night in Gainesville, and you know how I know it's the main event? Because you've got none other than Chris Fowler and Cutie Pie down there calling the game. But before we get to that, Huguely, I've got to ask you about this Kentucky bunch. They're resurgent. They've won 3-0. They've turned Big Blue Nation back into a football school almost overnight, and I guess the start of Mark Pope's guys too, where the folks up on rafters were already saying this guy's in over his head and he's a waste of money and Mitch Barnhart needs to be fired and he needs to be fired. Huguely, it's not even Thanksgiving yet, and the people at Kentucky are panicking, but will they get a brief reprieve tomorrow in the 3:30 Eastern kickoff on national television? Kentucky and Vanderbilt. What do you think of that ball game?
That's an interesting game. Cutter Bowley, I think when UK switched quarterbacks, who cares? But if you look, Cutter Bowley has been exceedingly on point as a passer. I think over his last 5 games, he's completing like 77% of his passes. He doesn't throw the ball deep, but he does complete passes, moves the chains. Their offense has improved by leaps and bounds this year. McGowan is a solid running back. They've always had offensive linemen who could run block. They do that relatively well this year. Their defense is not what it usually is, but it hasn't mattered. You're right. I mean, I think the perception going into this season was, who cares about Kentucky football? the basketball teams, brought on these just hugely made a big splash in the portal, spending tons of money, and Kentucky football, has sort of righted itself. They're not on the trajectory back to what they were, but they're also not an abject disappointment / embarrassment like they were the last couple years. But you talked about Gufon moving, been around for 138 years. That's the amount of time Diego Pavia has played some level of football outside of high school. Pavia has the it factor. It's hard for me to see Vanderbilt losing at home to Kentucky with Pavia at quarterback. You watch him for a while, and you're like, what's the big deal about this guy? Then you watch him some more, you realize, oh my God, he makes so many big plays. He turns horrible plays into positive yardage. Eli Stowers is quite good. Two guys from New Mexico State are making a gigantic impact. Mike Washington, the running back at Arkansas, I think third in the league in rushing. Another New Mexico State guy. If I'm an SEC general manager, I'm looking at New Mexico State and figuring out who I can poach because those guys can play some football. So, not the team itself, but certain guys, obviously. But Kentucky Vandy is a sneaky good game tomorrow. I think Vandy wins, but Cutter Boley he gives Kentucky a chance, which is the first time you've been able to say that in 4 years about a Kentucky quarterback.
As the great Mike Huguely visits with us, Bino, if Vandy's going to throw one away, it's tomorrow. I keep waiting for him to throw one away, and they're not doing it. They had a real chance against Auburn. They're down 2 scores.
Yeah.
And the Pavia guy just wasn't going to let him lose.
No, he wasn't. Tried to bring him back against Texas.
And he came damn close, man.
I hope they wait one more week and then they can give one away.
Well, you know what's funny, Hughie, about the whole Vanderbilt thing? It's coming into vision right now that there's a scenario, pretty good, strong scenario out there. That's the team that could go 10-2 and not get into the playoff.
Out of the SEC.
Out of the SEC.
Which I said wasn't going to happen.
And that would be really sad for them, yet dark humor for the living Vol fan if that occurred.
Yeah, I think Tennessee's passing attack is really going to put a hurting on Vanderbilt's secondary. But Vandy, they are. I mean, other than for Tennessee fans, I think the Vandy it's a great college football story. They hire Clark Lee, and a lot of people don't know who Clark Lee is, but he's when he was hired, he's a Nashville native, a Vandy alum. He hires Barton Simmons from a recruiting site to be the general manager. He brings in guys from New Mexico State. People laugh. It's a well coached team. It lacks depth on defense, which hurts. But Pavia is a difference maker. And you watch again. The kid's like 6 foot, 214 or 215. Played high school ball in New Mexico. No one recruited him. He's a phenomenal story, and he plays with an inordinate amount of swagger. It's hard to imagine. I think in college he has more swagger than Jay Cutler did, and Jay Cutler was, he was off-putting. But I find Pavia a fun guy to watch. It's interesting what Clark Lee has done. I don't think they're getting to 10-2, but it would be. Yeah, I think when you think about it, if the fact that a 10-2 SEC team might be left out, that's hard to wrap your head around, considering they have played they played a legitimate SEC schedule. But again, I don't think they beat Tennessee, so I don't think they're going to finish 10-2. So.
Mike, you're exactly right about the story. If I were not a Tennessee fan, I could really enjoy it because I like Lee. I like the fact that he's come back and done a good job there. I like Jerry Kill, and everyone would be celebrating Pavia. I mean,
yeah,
how can you not love that Pavia guy? How can you not love him?
He's still, I think, in the top 10 of Heisman odds. He's not going to New York, but he is a fun guy to watch. Stowers, he's a guy who signed with Texas A&M as a quarterback. And now he's on his third school playing tight end, and he's going to get drafted probably the second day. It's just, they're an interesting story. And you're right, Clark Lee, I mean, here's a guy, you hear some things like, well, he's going to stay because he's pleased with what Vandy's spending. And then you hear another story that came out yesterday. Well, he would kill for the Penn State job because he realizes that Vandy has a ceiling and there's only so much money to go around, blah, blah, blah. But it is a cool story. And, yeah, Pavia. And you're right, Jerry Kill. I mean, all
Great
the guys,
story.
everywhere he's been, he helps teams turn around. And given his medical problems, it's pretty amazing. But Tim Beck, the offensive coordinator there, came from New Mexico State, and he's fit perfectly into the SEC play calling regimen. They're an interesting team, an entertaining team. I think they show in this era, you can catch lightning in a bottle for 1 or 2 years if you have the right quarterback and the right structure in place. Again, I don't know if Pavia leaves. I don't know what Vandy's going to be like. But knowing him, he'll sue again and get another year.
Before we get to the great...
He keeps fighting.
He keeps fighting. Before we get to our Gouffon Moving and Storage Mover of the Week, I want to shout out Taylor Gouffon. He's 5th generation. And also I want to share with you that they have secure vaulted storage at Gouffon Moving and Storage. Newest offering, commercial storage logistics, receiving storage, delivery services for all your business logistic needs. Say it loud and say it proud, ladies and gentlemen. Gouffon Moving and Storage. All right, so, Huguely, before we do the Mover of the Week, tomorrow night in Gainesville, televised nationally across ABC, I have a 3-7 football team against a 7-3 football team. I've got a traumatized Tennessee fan base all week that's been speaking in trauma here. You intimately know the whole Gainesville situation. You know that roster. Should these Tennessee fans be concerned, or should they be in a pre-celebration mode right now and stocking up on Dos Equis and T3 vodka, etc.? Where are you?
I think they should be. I think they should be a little bit worried. Florida could have beaten Georgia if DJ Lagway throws a better ball late, and they could have beaten Ole Miss. They scored 24 first-half points, led Ole Miss at halftime, trailed by a touchdown. They actually led the game by the same score going into the fourth quarter. Problem with Florida, Tennessee does not play very good defense. Well, Florida does not play very good offense. Turns out that, Napier's play calling was horrendous. I think the Ryan O'Hara, the new play caller, has been horrendous. It's obviously the playbook is antiquated. Florida has talent. They're getting a receiver back tomorrow that should help. Jaden Ball is a stud at running back. The defense, Caleb Banks went into the season as a potential late first round, early second round pick. Played one game, got hurt. He's coming back tomorrow. NFL scouts have told him you have to have some film. We want to see you play. So he said, "Oh, fine, I'm out there." Caleb Banks is a stud if he's healthy. Florida's secondary can be exploited deep, and if I'm Chris Brazel, I'm excited about what I can do tomorrow. Florida's safeties are really good in run support, but if you want to look at a guy to pick on in the pass, Jordan Castell, number 14, has issues in deep coverage. He's a demon against the run. He's not good in pass coverage. Florida's got injuries in the secondary, which makes them more susceptible. But again, they had a legitimate chance to beat Georgia. And if the play calling had been better last week, they had a legitimate chance to beat Ole Miss. So, and in between, of course, was the game where they played Kentucky and didn't show up at all. I think they will show up tomorrow night. I think it will be close. I think it will be exciting, entertaining. But again, if you're a Tennessee fan, you're worried about your defense, but the saving grace is the Florida offense frequently is just beyond inept.
What do you think, Bino?
Well, I said going in, Tony, if it just wasn't for our poor history down there, I would feel real good about this football game. But our history down there is what it is, and I can't escape it. I can't build up the trust.
And the other thing people have pointed out to me this week is we don't have a team that plays cleanly. So they don't do the things that you would do on the road. But, Hughie, I can't get out of my brain a 7-3 team versus a 3-7 team. That should matter, man.
It should. You're right.
That should matter.
I think Tennessee is well coached for the most part. Florida is abysmally coached on offense, well coached on defense. Florida makes a ton of mistakes as well. The crowd is expected to be exceedingly loud. When they played Texas earlier this year, they beat Texas. Texas had not. I think Texas going in had allowed 2 sacks. Florida had 6. The crowd bothered Texas. They were called for 5 false starts. I think if Florida can make this game interesting early, they stay engaged, the crowd can play a role. And you're right, at some point, I know, people say, well, history is different. History in football is overrated because players, they're there. Maybe they play once in Gainesville in their life, twice at max. So what they did 8 years ago doesn't matter. But I think there is sort of a pervasiveness when you can't win somewhere. I think it does sort of impact the team because that's all you hear the whole week. Oh, my God, they've won once there this century. Or they haven't won, Florida hasn't won in Tallahassee in 6 years or in 6 games, which was the way it was back in the 90s. So, I think that kind of stuff does filter down to the players. I think they sometimes can play tight. Tennessee should win. I think they will win, but I also think it will be exceedingly close, and I think Florida will, again, gag away a chance for a win.
So the Vols are going to win tomorrow?
I think so, yes.
I like it.
I love you, Hughie.
Like that Mike and Bronny Boy both believe they're going to win. That makes me feel better.
Give me your Mover of the Week presented by our friends at Gufon Moving and Storage.
Yeah, I think it's, I'm going to stay with another Florida team, USF. USF, before they went into the game last week against Navy, my God, South Florida is going to the playoff. They're going to win the AAC. Oh my goodness, Byron Brown is awesome. Alex Golish is going to get a Power 4 job. What a great job he's done. Now they lose to Navy because their defense is just absolutely brutal. They're projected to go either to the Fenway Bowl or the Gasparilla Bowl. The Gasparilla Bowl, of course, that's where USF plays its home games at Raymond James. So can you imagine the USF players this week dreaming about, my God, we got a chance for the playoff, and now it's, my God, our bowl game's going to be in our home stadium.
Let's go, man.
All right.
Is there a way we could knock Vandy Bino all the way to the Music City Bowl? Beat them so badly next week that we knock them to the Music City Bowl?
I'd like to think so, but I doubt it.
Maybe like 221-0. What was that game?
Georgia Tech and Cumberland.
Cumberland. 222-0, yeah.
222-0. Maybe something like that. You knock them back 8 rungs. Hey, Hughie, you've been a gentleman and a scholar. Give me a game on the board we haven't asked you about tomorrow. And what do you think of our play tonight? Because I've got biggest bet of the weekend, okay? Hawaii plus 2.5 at UNLV tonight. Lock it in, lock and load, and rip off the knob on a 2 for Tuesday. Only
Hawaii's
2.5.
Only getting 2.5 for a road game.
Correct.
That's interesting.
Because my boy
UNLV
Timmy Chang is
Hawaii
balling.
is a lot better than people think. UNLV's defense is absolute garbage. So That's an interesting bet. In terms of games, we haven't. Let's talk Pitt, Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech's another team.
No.
They got shredded by NC State. They got shredded last week by Pitt. By who am I thinking of? Boston College. One win, Boston College, but they won in a last play field goal. This week they get Pitt. All Georgia Tech has to do to get to the ACC title game is beat Pitt. Haynes King, final home game. He's a really good quarterback in that offense. I think, but Pitt's passing attack, if you're a Georgia Tech fan, you have to be terrified because NC State shredded you, and for God's sake, Boston College, one-win Boston College shredded you. So if Georgia Tech wins, it's going to be like a 38-35, 42-38, 45-41 kind of game. Haynes King has to be on point because the Tech defense is absolutely falling apart. But that's a dangerous game because Pitt can throw the ball despite what they showed last week against Notre Dame.
Huguely to the Bear, I love you. You're the man. Have you a great day. And enjoy the football weekend, my man.
Indeed. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, brother. We're thankful for you during this Thanksgiving season. A holiday that we can't pervert as Americans, Bino. Thanksgiving. That's
true. Yes.
Next week coming up, and boy, we got a busy one. On Monday, race fans. We're going to be on the air with you as soon as the game ends. It's a 1 o'clock Eastern start. Tennessee and Rutgers. How do you think we fare out there in Las Vegas minus J.P. Estrella, who they're going to take it slow with?
Yeah, I would think we're going to take some lumps out there.
Yeah, I do too.
Probably. I don't know what our record will be out there.
We'll win a game.
Yeah, I don't
and
think
then
that we'll
maybe
be
lose
Houston.
2, or maybe go 2-1. Yeah,
I think this team has a lot of potential. It's just not a unwrapped heat and eat that we're accustomed to seeing.
That's right.
I'm glad this stretch of games is over. That's given
Bino
stiff competition a new definition.
I mean, this looks like back in the day when we followed boxing, and one of those guys was going to ramp up and fight for the heavyweight championship.
Yeah.
This is like this Greg Page, Pinklin Thomas,
like the crew
Trevor
Larry Holmes
Burbick.
ran through.
Yes. A Peter McNeely. I mean, you talk about the bum of the month club. That Tennessee State team last night.
They were not good.
So, Bino, we're going to go inside this with, and you bow thy heed when you say thy name, the great Dale Jones, who will join us. Exactly how Tennessee attacks this Florida bunch tomorrow. And if you stop and think about it, you've got a guy at Florida. They're playing out the string. They've been checked in and out. They've got safety issues. You can attack them. Ole Miss attacked them last week in the middle of the field. Boy, this Aguilar guy, Bino, and he's a great story. He scares me tomorrow a little bit. Can I say that? And I hope he wins. For him, I hope he wins. I think we should win the game. I don't want to bow to them. I don't believe in all this history crap. At some point, you just got to go win a football game. That's a 3-7 football team. But Joey's been really loose with the ball here recently. Yeah, he's been careless the last 2 games out. One against an outstanding defense and one against one that was just out there. So hopefully he'll go back to valuing the football a little bit more like he did coming up to those 2 games when he had been pretty good with it. So shout out to my friends at Gufon Moving and Storage. Y'all are unbelievably outstanding. Online at GufonMovingAndStorage.com. Check out the link over at tclub.team. I also want to remind you, my friends here at Calhoun's, get your order in now for your Thanksgiving family pack. Feed 5, feed 10. They've got turkey and dressing and all the fixins. It's a Thursday special here during this season at Calhoun's. We had it yesterday for dinner. It was good, boy. God, it was good. God. And then you've got the turkey, and then you've got the prime rib. Bino, you a prime rib guy?
I like prime rib. I do like prime rib.
But I'm going turkey and dressing
every time.
Yeah.
Every time.
Now, Laura's a prime ribber. She's going with the prime rib. But they've got that as well. They've got a great prime rib, a family pack. So holidayfeedpacks.com. Check out all the information there. In the meantime, we're live at Calhoun's on the River. We're celebrating Titans Bill's birthday. That's the commotion you hear in the background. There's one main character that just has to yell and scream. God bless him. We continue with more on the other side as we bring it back right after this.
It's the hottest post-game show on the planet. Garza Law, fifth quarter fan reaction. Fan reaction. As soon as the final gun sounds, we're live.
Score a TD every time with T3 Vodka. T3 is Tennessee's premium vodka, handcrafted with passion, precision, and a whole lot of pride. T3 Vodka is taking the Volunteer State by storm. T3 Vodka, handcrafted in the majesty of the foothills of the Great Smoky Mountains, where quality isn't just a promise, it's a way of life. Filtered 10 times and 80 proof. T3 Vodka delivers a smoothness that's unmatched. This dedication to excellence has already earned T3 Vodka prestigious accolades. T3 is a 5-time gold medal winning vodka and the 2025 SIPS Consumer Choice Award medal winner. Whether you're sipping it neat or on the rocks or mixing up your favorite cocktail, T3 Vodka is your choice for a premium, award-winning experience. Score a T3 TD and ask for T3 Vodka by name at restaurants and wine and liquor stores today. Drink it neat, drink it right, drink T3 Vodka and score a touchdown every time. T3, Tennessee's premium vodka. Distributed by Athens Distributing Company. Please drink responsibly. When it's time for a fresh coat of paint, run, don't walk to Walker's Painting. Interior and exterior, Walker's Painting's been making it beautiful since 1999 across the Knoxville area. New construction, repaints, commercial, residential, free estimates available. And get this, mention you heard Walker's Painting on the Basilio show, 10% off your first job. Let's go! Run, don't walk to Walker's Painting. 865-688-1410. That's 865-688-1410. Walker's Painting, making it beautiful since 1999. Check out the ad at the blog at tclub.team. Walker's Painting.
Hi, I'm Jim Simpson, owner of Simpson Meats. When's the last time you grilled a really good burger or steak? One your friends still talk about. Our goal at Simpson Meats is to make that happen every time you have a cookout. All of our cuts of meats, steaks, burgers, briskets, and pork are always fresh, flavorful, and sustainably sourced. We are family owned, so we know the importance of knowing how and where your food is raised. We have been putting quality first since 1888. Visit our butcher shop off Lovell Road or online at simpsonmeats.com.
Okay, so we really need uniforms and equipment for this season. Can I trust you with that? Cool, I'll just order them online. What? Yeah, I'm gonna hop online and I'm gonna get them ordered. Hold up, that's not a good idea. We shouldn't just spend money on some random online retailer, okay? I mean, it seems pretty convenient. Trust me, it's a terrible idea. Let me simplify this for you. SM Athletics. Okay, how do you pronounce it? SM Athletics? They're the go-to for uniforms and equipment, whether it's for universities, high schools, youth leagues, you name it. So why wouldn't you rather go with professionals who can guide us through the process, design the perfect uniforms, and deliver the best equipment? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. What's the name again? SM Athletics. Right. It's definitely smarter to go with a company that emphasizes customer service, fair pricing, and, of course, excellent products. Exactly. So, yeah, I guess it's settled then. For uniforms and equipment for all sports, it's SM Athletics.
Yeah, it's another day, but what kind of day is it really? A day of doom scrolling? Laundry day? Nah, it's a White Claw day. Light and refreshing tasting, uniquely cold way filtered. There's an iconic flavor for everyone. So grab a pack, grab your friends. Make the most of each day with those who matter most. When you're together with White Claw, every day is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. You just gotta grab it. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Got a problem tree looming over your home? Call ECR Total Landscapes. Whether it's trimming, removal, or storm cleanup, our certified pros get the job done safely and efficiently. We're licensed, insured, and ready 24/7 for emergency calls. Big or small, we cut them all. ECR Total Landscapes. Call now for a free estimate, 865-384-2012, and mention promo code FANRUN for free stump grinding on any tree removal now through the end of the year. Also, visit us at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Basilio here for Budget Transmissions. TGMD, the great Matt Dixon, took his Ford Escape to budget, and like our gold bullet back in the day, it was a total mess. And now, Matt's back in the game. He's got a new transmission, axle, wheel bearing, both radiator hoses, engine mounts, coolant hoses. I mean, his Ford Escape was about to escape to the junkyard, but he didn't begrudge it. He took it to budget, and now he's on his way back to Omaha. Budget Transmissions, over 30 years in business, conveniently located in Bearden. All extended service contracts are honored. A gold certified Repair Pal member. 865-584-4391. 865-584-4391. Budget Transmissions. Don't begrudge it. Take it to budget.
Josh Collins at Collins Insurance Agency. At Collins Insurance, we strive to ensure our customers receive better coverage along with bigger savings. Our community is important to us. We want to provide exceptional service to our customers. Anybody can provide great rates, great coverage, but can you also get great service? And hey, don't just take my word for it.
What's up, everybody? Zakai Ziegler here. My family turns to Collins Insurance Agency for the best service, coverage, and price.
So don't just go online and get some random insurance. Experience the Collins Insurance difference.
Like he said, experience the Collins Insurance difference. CollinsInsuranceTN.com. CollinsInsuranceTN.com. And hey, their Mama's Easy approved. CollinsInsuranceTN.com. Thank you to Josh Collins and ZZ.
One more thing, Tony. Go Vols!
Yee-haw! I've been hooting and hollering ever since I started betting with the VIP Play app. VIP Play has more than 200 leagues, every bet type you can imagine, live betting and live hosts, all with 24/7 support from real live people when you need them. Start betting better with the VIP Play app today.
Don't be a better, be a better with VIP Play today.
VIP Play coming soon. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-889-9789. Must be 21 plus and located in Tennessee to bet.
Hey there, Basilio crew. Jennifer Morris with Keller Williams Realty. The holiday season is here, and if your plans include unwrapping your new home, then take advantage of less competition and motivated sellers while others are out fighting over parking spots at the mall. Smart buyers are out snagging deals on great homes, and I'm ready to help. Give me a call, 865-694-5904, or reach out at nextmovesmokymountains.com. That's nextmovesmokymountains.com, and as always, go Vols!
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
Blair's in the house, ladies and gentlemen. You bow thy head when you say thy name. Blair, my friends from over at Cherokee, you bow thy head when you say that. Must be having a power lunch here. But, you know, I can't get him to pick anymore with us. He's been very busy. He's got the familia. We know all about it, man. I know all. I remember those years like it was yesterday on the Westwood One Radio Network. Let me, without further ado, bring a guy in on your TLD Logistics guest line. He is a guest of honor every time we visit with him. The great, you bow thy head when you say thy name, Dale Jones. And Dale Jones, were your ears burning yesterday?
Was my ears burning yesterday?
Yes, sir. That's a question.
Huh?
That's the question, sir. Yes, sir.
No, I'm not sure I understand.
All right. Yesterday we had Coach Ferris on from down at Austin Peay.
Yes.
And he was telling us about David Cutcliffe and how instrumental in his life he's been.
And he was telling us how you visit with David Cutcliffe frequently. And he was just kind of sharing with us just how great it is to have veteran guys to kind of lean on when you're on the coaching journey. It's an interesting thing, isn't it, to think about?
Well, it is. I think that's important. There's things that come up, and especially in today's game with all the players wanting money and stuff like that, it's probably more so than ever.
Well, Dale, the problem is, right, we saw it with this Florida bunch. We had Bobby Wilder on last week, and they were getting ready for the Kentucky game. And Bobby Wilder was telling us, he said, I'm watching the Florida film against Kentucky, and I'm going to tell you, he said, they looked unplugged. And he said, I'm a coach, I'm watching these guys tackle in space and not get there. He said, they look unplugged. Dale, what are we doing to the sport, man? What are we doing?
Well, I think that, a lot of that has to do with, just losing fundamentals. I see it all the time. I see it in pro ball. People, players just basically, I think they're doing their own thing instead of, matching and being where they're supposed to be, like on a swing pass when you're taking on someone. Are you the leverage player or are you the support? So I just think it's, that we just kind of lost that.
And from a coaching perspective, right? Because Tennessee plays a team tomorrow. It's 3-7. And they've already shown they'll check out, but then they check back in for a couple games. It's weird, isn't it? Like, because you don't have the leverage over these kids you once did as a coach, right? I mean, what kind of leverage does anybody have over these kids now?
Well, I think the ones that, still can coach them hard are the ones that are going to be successful. I mean, there's, you gotta have discipline, and I think that's where we're losing it. And they're so worried about losing a player.
Yep.
To me, get gone. We're better off.
Yeah, and that's the whole thing. With that Boo Carter thing, if our head coach had a chance to do it over again, obviously it's what you do. The problem, though, with getting gone, and Dale, you know this, when a kid's a 5-star player,
yeah,
and I've paid him a lot of money, that kid knows I've got you by the shorties. Now, he doesn't think you're going to call his bluff eventually, but eventually that kid's going, if they don't learn, they're going to do enough that eventually you're going to have to get him gone. Because I think it's going to help Tennessee that kid's out of their locker room, Dale, and I hate to say that. I mean, I wish that kid well, but you can't go into business for yourself, man. It doesn't work that way.
I'm 100% behind you. I believe that. I think that you got to get rid of players that don't fit and are not doing the right thing, because they see. The other players see, it two ways. They say, "Oh, he gets away with it, so I'm getting away with it. I'm going to be like him." Or he gets gone, and they're not going to put up with it. And plus, it gives people that want it. It's a game of, it's still a game of how much you want the game, and I think that's missing right now. And the teams that, you can find players that still want it, you're going to be successful because you're going to be a team where if it's the other way, it's individuals and you can't win. You will not win.
Hey, Dale, one of my big concerns as a fan for this game is just Tennessee's lack of success in recent history in Gainesville. How much, if any, does that affect players or coaches?
Well, I think it. It's got to be in your mind. But it still comes down to you're getting an opportunity, and you can go prove that you can do it. So you can look at that two ways. You can let it bother you, or it can motivate you, and everything that you're trying to do uses it to motivate you. I think that's the key. You got to find ways every week to get motivated, and as a team, well, we got something to prove, and I think it's how they perceive it.
Dale, when you're coaching, right, and you're getting ready to play a game against a team that's 3-7, because you guys at App State for a period there were just steamrolling people, right? So you'd play the haves and the have-nots in your league, and Jackie Sherrill told me one time, he said, it's hard to get a team up. He said, you can get he said, if you're really coaching well, he said, 11-game schedule, I can get you up 4 times. He said, and then 4 other times going to be kind of a roll of the dice, and then in college football you get those other 3 games, and that sort of separates the sort of the winners from the losers. But he said, you get teams up good 4 times. This game here, when you're playing an opponent that has 3-7 next to their record, is it hard to get your kids locked in, or is it one of those deals in a league game where that shouldn't even come into play? Like, where are you for this game tomorrow night?
Oh, I think to me, it's Florida. No matter what their record is, it's Florida, and that should motivate you enough right there to be ready. To me, it's a team that it's tough that aren't very good or don't have talent. Florida's got talent, and yes. I think it's not in our conference. Those are the hard games, but to me, this one should be an easy game to get up for. You're playing in their place. You got something to prove. Still got something to play for. Those are the things that I'm sure the coaches are telling the players and getting them ready.
Down through the years, Bino, this has been a series that's just tormented and tortured us. Dale played one of those games in '85.
Yeah.
That tie game, Tony Robinson literally slips on a towel. And Tony's talked about that with us on here. You can't make stuff like that up, man. Your towel falls down, and you slip on a towel on the goal line when you're getting ready to make and that encapsulates how frustrating playing down there. Peyton Manning threw just a horrible pick to that George kid that took it back for a touchdown back in '97. These games have been we've invented ways to torture ourselves down there.
Absolutely.
Crazy series. Dale, I'm really concerned about our run fits tomorrow night and that ball kid. How concerned are you about their ability to run the ball at our defense?
Well, it's definitely, we've struggled all year. I just think that, I don't know how they're fitting it, and I know that, every defense that you can stop the run, no matter what people think, you can stop the run. Now, can you, as you get the guys in the right place, can you hold up in the secondary? That's the key. But like I said before, you got to decide what you can do, what you can't do, but you got to be able to stop something. And number one, you got to stop the run. If they run the ball on us, it's going to open up everything else, and you get yourself in a tough situation. So my thought is that they've got to find a way, figure it out, because you can stop the run and stop it.
What do you see from their defense, Dale, that we can exploit tomorrow?
Well, I think that I think they're good, but I think our offense. I don't think we'll have a problem offensively. It's defensively stopping them. I think that's going to be the issue. Our offense has got to me, they got to control it. We got to finish plays, finish drives. That will help the defense more than anything.
It's interesting, right?
You got two teams that should have better records. Florida's been in some games. They just can't finish. We could be in a playoff spot right now if we could finish. And you almost get the feeling something's going to give. Dale, I get a sense that if we're going to be successful, and I think Tennessee can be successful tomorrow, unlike some of our fan base, but, man, we have got to control the controllables tomorrow. The pre-snap penalties.
Exactly.
The little things that have really haunted us. How much are those things magnified when you get in an environment like Florida in a night game? How much do those things become magnified?
Well, to me, the little things you've got to be able to control, or you got to take care of, because the big things will take care of themselves. And I think that's the whole key to it. How well are we going to? How disciplined are we going to be? That's I think that's going to be the key to it. How disciplined are we going to be? Or we're going to make mistakes. Let's hope they're not personal fouls, things like that. I think those are the things that'll kill you. If you look at the stats, if every time you get a personal foul on defense, the team probably scores at least 60% of the time on a drive. So those are the things that you got to prevent. And the other thing will take care of themselves. The big things will take care of themselves. You got to take care of the little things.
Hey, Dale, through your playing and coaching career, you've gone through phases to where practice was actually more physical than a lot of games, to the point to where you have to limit the amount of hitting you do so that you can put a healthy team out there on Saturday. How do you be a good tackling team the way that you're forced to practice these days?
Well, I think we got to the point where our philosophy was, look, the first guy is going to, I don't care, you're going to go and you're going as hard as you can go, and if you can make that guy go one direction or the other, it's your teammates. Now, that's, your teammates, your pursuit's got to get there. That's how you become a good tackling team. You quit worrying about it, and you use leverage. So if I'm a corner, I'm using leverage. I'm going to turn that thing back to my help from the inside. If I'm an inside linebacker, I'm going to use the inside leverage to push it to a safety or an outside linebacker, that type of thing. Those are the things I think is just kind of, we're out of control. We attack, and you see guys that should be keeping outside leverage. They're inside the receivers when they're blocking, those type of things. And it's just, those things you have to practice them. If somebody's out of leverage, you got to make sure they understand that ain't going to work. That's going to cost us. That's going to cost, instead of tackling them for 3 yards, they get 10 yards. And those 10 yards keep adding up. So it's very important to be disciplined in your assignments, in your pursuit angles. That's how you become a better tackling team. Now, as you go through it, you work on hitting the leverage. You're not tackling the guy. You're going to run through your leverage, and you're going to make sure you're working on putting where your head goes, that type of thing. And those are the key to being a good defensive team.
Dale, Bino brought something up, right? Because we have people that just this year have just marveled at our kids sometimes lose their leverage so much that we don't even use the sidelines, Dale. Like, how does that happen in Division I football where I'm not even using the sidelines? I'm so out of position. Is that foot speed? Is that just kind of losing your spot? How does that happen to defenders? Because it happens to us frequently.
Well, you got to practice it. You have to practice on leverage. That's the key to it. I mean, just whenever a play, when the scout team runs a play, you're practicing leverage all the time. You don't get to, and if you correct that, if If it's not right, you got to correct it right then so that they understand. No, that's not acceptable. This is the way we're going to get it done. That goes back to what I'm talking about, discipline. You got to have guys. The game, you got to have great corners and you got to have pass rushers. Everybody else, if they'll just do their job, they don't have to be great. You can go with it. We've done it many times, won national champions at our level with not great talent, but we have guys that do what they're responsible on their responsibility. They did it to the utmost, and we're always in pretty good shape.
Dale, what do you think happens tomorrow night?
Well, I think it'll be a close game. I think Tennessee is definitely going to win, but it'll be close. There's no question. We just we got to go play well. It's to me it comes down how well our defense plays us.
Dale,
hope not, Dale.
Bino, my nightmare, Dale, is they just run the football and run on us and control the ball, control the clock, and kind of keep us off the field. That age-old formula, and I hope. Do you think we just commit a bunch of guys to the box and take ball out of the game tomorrow because they're hurting at wide receiver? Is that what you expect we do?
There's no question. That's what you have to do. That's what I'm assuming that they're going to do. That's why I think that we're going to win, because that's I look at it as what it takes to win, and if they do this is how we're going to win. Yeah, you can't let them run football, and you can stop the run. Like I said, you can stop the run. You can make them throw the football, where I think we match up better, just their situation.
Dale, you're the man. I love you. I appreciate you. I hope you enjoy the game tomorrow. It's always a pleasure to visit with the legend Dale Jones on a Friday, man. Thank you so much for taking some time and making some time.
Great being with you.
Hey, you're the man, brother. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bino, how cool is that? Thank you. How cool is that, Beanstar? We get to hang out with the legend Dale Jones.
Oh, it's fantastic to get a chance to talk to Dale.
Who hung out with us several weeks ago down here at Calhoun's on the River and looked at me and Bino and said, hey, if you guys want, I'll pop on with you guys here on Friday and use my some of my film breakdown stuff and look at things and kind of take you guys inside what I think, how these games are going to play out. Bino, when I asked him if they're going to sell out for the run, he chuckled and said they better.
Yeah. That's what you have to do.
In other words, tomorrow if we come out and we see we're light boxing against these guys and playing them straight up, and that's you're going.
Dale's not going to be happy in Boone, North Carolina if he sees that light box.
And with Tim Banks, man, one thing you know about Tim Banks, you never know. That's the first thing you know. And the second thing you know about Tim Banks is they're going to do some corner blitz stuff that's not going to get home tomorrow. I've never seen Dave and Ackworth sent me a little video this week, like a kind of a he said, Tony, have you ever seen just a worst, ill-timed, what are we doing corner blitz in your life? And it's a great question because it happens constantly. Bino, you run people off this porch because you're so loud.
I know it.
How do you feel, Bino?
Badly.
Do you?
Badly. I've done that.
I mean,
from the time I was in kindergarten, I got in trouble.
My favorite thing, Bino, this fall is we've done shows, and we do them out here, is they come in, and they see we're doing the show, and the speaker's right here.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll sit at that table, and then they'll turn around and give us black looks, dark, like,
why are you here?
Why are you here? And I'm just, over here. I'm just a guy trying to make a living. You know what I mean?
You can't scare us. We survived mornings at Hardee's.
As I take a brief Terrell Owens, we come back on the other side. It's an utterly outstanding Great day to be alive and well with you. We're celebrating Titanic Bill's birthday. We're going to sing happy birthday cake to him. Shout out to Laura, who yesterday went over and got the nothing bundt cake for Titans Bill. Bino, do you have something in that bag over there? What's in that bag?
Yeah, it's the Bino fan uniform reveal for tomorrow. Team does it. I'm going to do it.
Who's it for? Us?
It's for us. I'm going to do it live.
We're wearing a uniform.
No, I'm wearing a uniform. I'm revealing my uniform for tomorrow.
Wow, Bino, this is exciting.
Yeah.
Now, can I ask you something?
Sure.
Because the ladies out here on the deck are wondering, do you strip down into your skivvies to do this? Or
No. I just
how
show
do we execute this?
what I'm going to wear tomorrow. No, I'm not going to scar anybody for life.
Not going to model it?
I'm going to, no.
These gentlemen are trying to eat. He's
No.
trying to decide what he's going to eat.
I'm not going to upset anyone's lunch or scar them for life. I'm just going to show them what I'm going to wear tomorrow.
We're going to take a brief time out. We're going to come back with more. I want to hear from you. For the first time today, a show that keeps callers first, we're going to take calls for the first time. And I want to hear from you. What do you think, now that we're in the bewitching hour, as what's the fella's name over on Red Zone, the bewitching hour? The host of the Red Zone. Why is it? Scott Hansen, thank you. I remember there's a show that another guy named Hansen hosted, but at any rate, no comment. No comment.
Wasn't Stan Hansen, was it? The bad man?
No, it wasn't Stan. But when this Hansen showed up, you were getting the lariat. You were just getting the lariat from law enforcement. We'll take a brief time out. We'll come back with more. The Fighting Chapmans are here representing Cock County.
That's what I'm talking about.
With the greatest of ease. I don't mess with people from Cock County, and
No.
I sure don't mess with the Fighting Chapmans. A great turnout today for Titans Bill's birthday party up here on the deck.
Yep.
We're going to invite everybody here to have a piece of Titans Bill's cake. We're going to sing happy birthday to him on the other side. Bino, as the show's gone along, are you feeling better or worse about tomorrow's game, or mezza meds, as we say in Italian?
I haven't moved. My needle hasn't moved.
Meds, ladies and gentlemen. Bino's mezza meds. Or as the kids like to say, 6'7", 6'7", 6'7", 6'7". As we take a brief time out and come back with more on the other side, live at Calhoun's on the River. Fresh, factual, and furious. The taste of Tennessee after this.
Guests appear on the TLD Logistics Hotline. Online at tldlogistics.com.
Are you currently a residential electrician? Would you like more benefits, better pay, more upside? What about a $3,000 signing bonus? Free company-paid health insurance, annual profit share, company vehicle, gas card, much more. Call Advent Electric today. Advent, known for their large commercial jobs around town, and due to high demand, they're adding additional roles for their residential department. Maybe you know a friend, family member that's a residential electrician. Spread the word. Email hr@adventelectric.com. hr@adventelectric.com. 865-588-0631 and ask for the Tony B 3K signing bonus. Advent Electric is hiring. You got to dream about buying some land and building on that land? Well, Waterside Contracting is your ticket. 25 years of making dreams come true, Michael Scott. For hundreds in our area, custom homes or remodels, Waterside Contracting will build on your lot. They do incredible work all over the area. Structural integrity, quality without compromise. It's a way of life with Waterside Contract. Check out the wonderful work Waterside does. WatersideContractingLLC.com. When it's time for your dreams to come true. Quality without compromising. Waterside Contracting.
College football fans, Chris Fowler here with the play call. This season, go for Dose with ice-cold refreshing Dos Equis. It's more than a single play. It's a mindset. Think of it as a 2-point conversion for real life. Taking the risk, making the bold move. Whenever we get the chance to go big, we take it. On the field and off, always go for Dose with Dos Equis.
Enjoy Dos Equis responsibly. Copyright 2024 Dos Equis Lager Especial Beer. Imported by Cervezas Mexicanas, White Plains, New York.
Hi, I'm Jim Simpson, owner of Simpson Meats. When's the last time you grilled a really good burger or steak? One your friends still talk about. Our goal at Simpson Meats is to make that happen every time you have a cookout. All of our cuts of meats, steaks, burgers, briskets, and pork are always fresh, flavorful, and sustainably sourced. We are family owned, so we know the importance of knowing how and where your food is raised. We have been putting quality first since 1888. Visit our butcher shop off Lovell Road or online at simpsonmeats.com.
Tony Basilio, and we are live once again with Chad Stockton of FC Alliance. And Chad, you're out there on the field, 100 strong here in Knoxville. Talk to me. What's been going on with FC Alliance now that the weather's heating up?
We're out here for the first night of the boys' tryouts. We have over 400 kids that'll be here tonight. So a lot of exciting times right now for us. Our club team start at U9 and we go all the way through U19. We have over 1,000 kids that come from Chattanooga from the Tri-Cities that make all our teams and make this club what it is today. So we're excited about it. We finished the younger kids a couple of weeks ago. We just finished the girls last night, and now we're on to our older boys program as we speak right now.
And we're blowing and going in the Tri-Cities. Tell me about it.
We started FC Alliance North 1 year ago, and coming off the first year, we are the largest, most competitive club up in the Tri-Cities area. We just finished our trials last night. Looks like right now we will be well over 400 kids for the upcoming season. So great things happening up there. We've put our boys into some really good regional leagues. So we're excited about what the future holds for them and also our girls programs.
If you want more information, check them out at fcallianceknox.org. That's fcallianceknox.org. Chad Stockton, keep growing the beautiful game here in East Tennessee.
Absolutely. Thanks, Tony.
Tony Basilio along with the great Mark Griffin. And we're here to talk about our friends at Performance Medicine. And Griff, their slogan, stay educated, stay healthy. That's you.
Wow. I really like to think that, Tony, and I'd like to give Dr. Rogers a lot of credit because I definitely want to stay educated and healthy, and knowing that he's putting the time and effort in to make sure of my care. I want to encourage your listeners to put the time to learn and become educated and get to know Dr. Rogers and see if it can help with your health as well.
And there's a really, really easy way to do that. In fact, they've got their own YouTube channel. You can see Dr. Rogers for himself with his staff. It's called The Performance Medicine Show over at the Performance Medicine channel over on YouTube. Also, more information at performancemedicine.net. To our friends in North Knoxville, a brand new location over in Fountain City, now accepting patients. So many ways to reach Dr. Rogers. And like they say, stay educated, stay healthy. Performance Medicine, online, performancemedicine.net.
Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
When it's past high noon, it's time for a vodka soda made with a vodka you've actually heard of. I'm talking White Claw vodka soda made with White Claw premium vodka. JB Smooth only drinks vodka soda made with the world's smoothest vodka.
And you can too. Pick you up a bottle of the triple wave filtered vodka that's been distilled 5 times. White Claw premium vodka comes in 4 flavors: black cherry, mango, pineapple, and just vodka. You haven't had vodka like this. No one has. White Claw Premium Vodka. Please drink responsibly.
The season of giving reminds us of what truly matters, community and connection. Hi there, Jennifer Morris here with Keller Williams Realty. As the year closes, I wanted to take a moment to sincerely thank you, my Basilio family clients. Thank you for trusting me with your most important decisions. Whether it was finding your first home or successfully closing a chapter, your trust means everything. I look forward to new and continued relationships through the new year, and feel free to reach out to me at 865-694-5904 or nextmovesmokymountains.com. That's nextmovesmokymountains.com, and of course, go Vols!
Scottish Chuck's in the house. Scottish Chuck, we're going to do some calls here. We're going to do all kinds of fun stuff. Blair was just breaking it down scientifically with me here. Scottish Chuck, come here. Scottish Chuck, come here. We got to sing happy birthday. And one thing about the Scottish is the Scottish know how to celebrate your birthday. Now, you don't have your kilt on today, but how do we celebrate birthdays in Scotland? What do we do in Scotland, Scottish Chuck?
You could go on X and
right.
just look at the Butch Jones reaction from last night.
Okay.
And that'd be the template I'd roll with.
What did you think of Butch Jones last night?
Hey, you know what it is? Bowl eligibility is like crack to that guy, and that would have got them to 6-5. So he gonna miss a bowl game, and I think
that's the greatest thing ever. The way the thing ended, too, Bino.
Oh, and who was he talking to?
I love him, guys. I know you guys don't love him. I want to celebrate Butch Jones, that he's another day of living and another day of life, man. That thing last night, Scottish Chuck, with him. All right, Chucky, let's sing. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to sing. Hey, Bill, come here. Bill, come to the bandstand. Get up here, Titans, Bill. We celebrate this man here. Come on, Bill. Get on over here, my man. We're going to sing Happy Birthday Cake to Titans, Bill. Bill, we got a nothing. Come here. Come on over here, man. We got a nothing bunt cake. You think Scottish Chuck's going to move? Scottish Chuck's got enough room for an army of 20. All right, before we go to the phones here, we're going to sing Happy Birthday to you. Bill, how old are you?
I'm 72.
How old do you feel, Bill?
I feel like I'm 35.
Beautiful.
And I know you're hanging out with JM right there, but if you could take JM, Doinker, Apollo, or Artemis, or Joshy Boy, and replace them with one person, who would it be?
Shirley Jones.
You'd replace all of them with her, wouldn't you?
Thank you very little. This man right here crushes on a 90-year-old woman. I love that. I got time for that. All right, we're going to sing Happy Birthday to you. We got a nothing bunt cake. What's your favorite kind of cake?
Carrot cake.
Carrot cake. We got a carrot cake for you. All right, I need everybody out here. I need some audience participation. I need the Fighting Chapmans back there. I need Blair, who's on a mental health day. And I need a mental health day, Blair. Here we go. We're going to sing Happy Birthday Cake to my man Titans Bills. Makes everybody feel good at the pit of their stomach. Scottish Chuck's going to lead us. Scottish Chuck, how do you do it in Scotland?
Mm-hmm.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Titans Bill. Happy birthday to you. Yes, sir, Titans Bill.
We love you, brother.
Love you.
We love you, brother. You're the man, brother. We love you. We love you. You're the man, Bill.
We can't sing it as good as you,
so
but
much.
we love you.
Thank you so much, Bill. All right, come over. I need somebody to cut the cake.
Cut the cake.
Average white band. Something licking the cream. Cut the cake. Da-na-na-na. You know what I mean. Da-na-na. Cut the cake. What? How did that go, Bino?
I don't know.
No. All right, I need somebody. Who's going to cut the cake? Bill, you need a piece. We need some plates. Thank you so much. She's sweet over there. Thank you, Scottish Chuck. Scottish Chuck, come here. Come here, Scottish Chuck. You're in the Scotland Bureau. Come here. Yeah, come on. You're back on. What do you think of tomorrow night's game, Scottish Chuck? Talk to me.
I've tried not to.
Scottish Chuck, you're out of here. All right, so let's go ahead and go. Let's go. Bino, do your reveal. I have no idea what Bino's doing.
Okay, Tony. Here's.
But Florida is up. Florida is going to join us. The caller, Bino. Should we take Florida's call today?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm trying to take
Florida's call
I'm with
today.
Blair.
I thought Florida was on his way.
I'm with Blair. I'm doing a mental health day. Florida, should I take your call right now? Let me ask Florida this. Florida, should I take your call right now?
You damn well better take it because it's the topic of your show today. It's the high point of your show today, Tony B.
High point?
You're the high point of today's show, Florida?
Speaking of that, why isn't somebody playing high point?
Hey, Tiger Bill's birthday tops it all, but I'll come in a close second to him.
Yes.
Bill, would you like to sing happy birthday to him? I'd like to hear you. I bet you could do that part. We were listening to some Harold Melvin in the Blue Notes earlier. What'd the guy say being on the middle of it, Harold Melvin? Teddy Pendergrass is belting miss you at the top of his lungs. And
I know this is going to knock you dead, but I ain't one out. I got a gig. Oh, forgot you're not hip to the hip talk. Playing J.O.B., baby. Got 8 hours a day. All the overtime I can get.
All the overtime I can get, baby. Florida. If y'all going to beat us tomorrow, you're going to need to work some overtime.
All the overtime you can get, Florida.
Florida, you guys are in big, and I mean big trouble in Little China tomorrow, big boy. Big trouble.
Hey, Tony B, you done had all kind of pep talks all week. All your people been pep talking you. Everybody coming around telling you what you're going to do. Listen, when you're on the ropes and you're stuck in a corner, what you gonna do? You gonna crawl out, or you gonna fight your way out? Which one you gonna do?
Florida's gonna crawl out tomorrow. Going to look like they did against Kentucky. What'd y'all do against Kentucky when you were in that corner? What'd you do against Kentucky?
Kentucky's been our nemesis for years, but y'all haven't. Y'all haven't been our nemesis. They have. So guess what? Hey, listen. You just said
Bino,
yourself.
Imagine saying
you scared of
Bino,
you scared of that defensive coach. You scared of him. Tim Banks. You scared of him. You scared of what he gonna do.
Tim Banks. Everybody's afraid of Tim Banks. Listen to the sound of my voice. Tim Banks, man. Tim Banks puts me in a cold shiver. Bino, are you afraid of Tim Banks tomorrow night?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. But let me get a shout out before I go, man. I hope y'all win, man. I want y'all to win because we 3-7. We ain't got nowhere to go, but that's our championship. Y'all game is our championship. But let's give a shout out to Rocky Top today because they up in Gatlinburg, 10U Megatron playing in Rocky Top this weekend. So hey. Just give them a shout-out on Tony B Show for us, man. We're coming in. Kendall Allen. All the little guys is up there playing, bro. Let's give a shout-out to them.
So, Florida, we're talking about 10U football right now. What ages are we talking about here, Florida?
Yeah, 10U football. Quarterback Kendall Allen, Megatron is the receiver. Just go ahead and look them up, man. Y'all going to enjoy the way these kids play, bro.
Did you just say you hope the Vols win tomorrow, Florida?
I hope y'all do, so y'all can have something to look back on, because y'all ain't playing us now but every 2 years because your fans were scared to play us every year because we knocked y'all out of everything every year. So I hope y'all win, man, okay? I hope y'all win.
Florida, you're out.
Thank you, Florida.
Florida, you're out of here. Give our best to Megatron, who's his son, by the way. Hey, Bino, before we do the reveal, you happy or sad to see this Florida thing go? Because he brought it up. This is it, man. We're closing the curtain tomorrow. You happy or sad, Bino, about it?
I'll miss it, Tony. I'll miss it. Like I told you.
Yeah, we talked yesterday. That's right.
It'll never be. It'll never be my favorite. It'll never be my more cherished because of the time I grew up. That's always going to be Alabama.
Yep.
But it did take the place of my second favorite series, which was Auburn, which we lost in '92. So I will miss it.
If you had to do it all over again, okay, and they redrew those lines, would we have kept Auburn and put them in the East as a daily series? Because they could have done that as a yearly series. In your perfect world, would we have kept Auburn? Would you have traded all those years of?
Yes,
me too.
If you could go back, I would have kept Auburn.
The Auburn-Tennessee series every year was just something about it, man. It was just pure magic. Great games, great mix of fans. Just a great rivalry.
Yeah. I missed it.
I missed it. And now Auburn basically has ceased to exist, man. They better get it right this time.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, Bino, give me your Give me your
Tony,
reveal.
since teams do a reveal, I decided to do a reveal of what I'm wearing tomorrow. Again.
All right.
Now, I'll be at the house. So I probably will not wear a hat, so I don't have a hat. But I'm going, it'll be a night game, so I'm going with my black sweatpants with the power tee on them.
Bino, those look great.
Black sweatpants with the power tee.
Bino's doing a reveal here.
Also going to be inside, so I'm not going to wear a sweatshirt. I'm going to wear a long sleeve T-shirt.
Wow, Bino, that's
with the
cool.
power tee on there.
That's beautiful, man. Like a dry fit material.
Yeah.
Those of you moving left or right across your device, Bino.
Yeah.
Hey, could you picture him in these little sweatpants? Are they not cute?
Don't do that.
Look at that.
She's got to eat it sometime today too, so don't.
Interesting.
Don't bother. And last but not least,
all right, reveal
the Florida game, and you can't leave home without it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bino has an orange, and I hope this isn't used because I'm getting ready.
No, it is not. It is brand new. I'm too far away from the hitter, Tony. I don't have to wear those.
Hey, Bino, if we lose tomorrow night, I'm going to need that thing right there.
I'm going to wear it like Larry from Cameo.
We're going to be we're going to be on the air.
Giving me a heart attack. It's the kind I like.
You know, that's not a bad idea. Next time we're out playing music, put the orange cup on. All right, let's get Marvansky in here. Bino has an orange cup, ladies and gentlemen, for tomorrow night. I don't think he feels really good about tomorrow night's game. Generally, when we're pulling out, and this thing is like, that's made of some, did you spray paint that? Where did you get
My wife spray painted it.
Did she really?
Yeah.
Because I can smell the spray paint. Yeah. You guys are total simpletons. I can smell the spray paint. I'm like, what's that thing smell like? Hey, does anybody have like a wet wipe disinfectant thing? Do you have any disinfectant?
No, I don't, Tony.
You don't?
Wait,
You really
here,
don't? You
here.
handed me an athletic.
Here.
Oh, thank you.
It's brand new, Tony. It's painted. It's coated.
Bino, it's a cup. I'm sorry. For those of you thinking we just did a radio bit, that was not a radio bit. Let's get Marvin in here, who might be Marvin in Maynardville for all I know. Marvin, welcome in. You're live as we're on the river here at Calhoun's. What just wonderful people. Cut the cake. Come on and cut the cake, Keith, for everybody. Let's start cutting the cake for Titans Bill. Would you like a piece of our cake, please? But it's cut it. And it's nothing but cake. So Titans Bill, here we come, buddy. Here comes your cake. Joshy boys over there. I love Joshy. Bada. Marvin, welcome in. You're on the air. Bino, you're an absolute nut job. Hello and welcome into our next call. You're on the air. Hey,
Marvansky.
How you doing, Marvansky?
Hey, Bino, you couldn't paint that cup checkerboard. You know how like ladies paint their nails, they put that inlay over it. You know, couldn't make it both colors.
Yeah, it's got that.
We'll do that for next year.
It's got that inlay over it. You got it.
I got you, brother. Hey, let me tell you something. They're going to go down there and get the win, Tony. I got a feeling about it. Only thing might stop us is BH's mismanagement of the clock.
I can't make him out, Bino. Can you, what Marvansky just said?
He said
BH is Bobby Hill.
Bobby Hill's mismanagement of the clock may be what
That's
gets
the only
us.
thing that'll keep us out of a W down there, brother.
Why you got crack on my guy Heupel, man?
I
Heupel's had a
think they'll
rough.
go down there and get the win, man. Hey, one other thing. Hey, I think we'll get Pavia next week, too.
I can't make
This
out what
thing's gonna
Marvin's
finish
saying. Can you?
9-3, brother.
9-3.
Gonna get Pavia next week and finish 9-3.
I tell you this right now. Well, Bino, let me ask you, and Marvin, thank you. I can hardly hear you. I love you, Marvin. Thank you. In Maynardville, it's always good to hear from you. Shout out to all our friends in Maynardville. Y'all are incredible. And y'all go hard every day in Maynardville. Bino, what game's harder? I was asking Blair this a second ago. What game's harder, Bino? You think tomorrow in Gainesville against a 3-7 team, or if, this is a qualifier, if Vanderbilt wins next Saturday night in Neyland Stadium, which game's harder, Bino, in your mind?
I think for Tennessee, the hardest task is at Florida, just simply because we haven't tasted any success down there since 2003. they're accustomed to beating Vandy, whatever Vandy rolls in here.
Bino, I feel very confident tomorrow, which should scare everybody because I've been so off kilter. But here's the thing about tomorrow. We've got to play cleanly.
Yeah.
And our head coach has to have a better day than he's had in some of these games. Like, if Dale Jones is right and that game is close tomorrow, and we have another clock mismanagement thing or another one of these deals, that's not going to be good, Bino.
No, I mean, program-wide,
yeah.
we just need to be as clean as we can possibly be.
We really need a win tomorrow, man.
Yeah. Yeah, we do.
In like a real...
What makes me feel good is Brian likes it. And Brian generally has a much better feel for games than I do. Somehow he can remove the emotion from it better than I can. But that makes me feel good that he feels good about it. And the fact that Tennessee opened up at 3.5-point favorite, and now they're 4. I thought it would go in the other direction, but it hasn't.
That Florida bunch, I mean, the other thing is, and none of us know, right? Are they plugged in?
No.
Are they plugged out? Are they somewhere in the middle? You know, we keep saying it's the closest thing to the NFL. In the NFL, those guys don't unplug. That's why it's an any given Sunday league. Anybody can beat anybody. Well, almost anybody. The Titans can't. Titans couldn't win an inter-squad scrimmage right now, but almost anybody. I think this Florida team, if we get the first 2 scores tomorrow, will quit tomorrow night.
No,
quit. I mean quit. You can make them quit.
I do think a fast start for either team is.
Oh God! If we get down 2 scores,
yeah. I mean,
I'm turning the TV off, going to sleep.
We jump out early. They start thinking about.
Yep.
Where am I going to be at?
We get
this
the first
time next year.
Hey, we get the first 10. They get the first 10, Bino. I might come down with strep throat by 11 o'clock tomorrow night. They get the first 10. We get the first 10, they're done. I really believe that's what Kentucky did to them. Kentucky pulled the plug on them. Kentucky scored twice and pulled the plug on them.
Yeah.
And they
Ole Miss jumped out ahead 10-0,
and somehow they came
Florida
back.
recovered from that. But
yep.
I'm like you. I think a quick start is a real key.
Back just like Tennessee last night, when they put Tennessee State in the vice grip last night, it was 24-4. Bino.
Yeah.
24-4 to start the game. Total vice grip job. This basketball team's really impressive, Bino. Got a lot of parts, man.
Yeah,
I love them. I think they're going to be very good. Back to our phones we go. Hello and welcome into our next call. I see where it's Dave. Dave, welcome in. You're on the air.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Dave. Dave, good to talk to you, man.
I'm not talking about basketball today. I've gone back and I've watched some of after losses. I've watched Heupel's press conferences after losing, and I know you've said, and we've all thought that Heupel's really competitive and he hates losing. Maybe the first couple of years I saw that. I haven't seen that side of him after losing games. And the only guys that survive in this business today, the coaches that survive, are the ones that just get out here and they work their butts off, man. They work their butts off in recruiting 24/7. And I don't know if we've got a guy that's going to do that. I think he's happy calling plays. That's what he likes to do. And whatever else happens. He likes calling plays, and that's about it. And
Bino, I hate to break up Nega Dave when he's on a Nega roll, but what do you have to say to him in terms of his judging? Because I think Heupel hates to lose. I think he's a highly competitive guy. Do you worry about the man's countenance after a football game, Bino?
I don't worry about anything that anybody says in any press conference whatsoever anymore, whether it's before or after a game. What I will say is I think, again, what's going to determine the length of Josh Heupel's tenure here is, does he have another level of sense of urgency in several areas of the program, and does he have the stomach to do the hard things that you have that you have to do to have the very best staff that you can have and have the very best roster that you can have. And I think other than that, he's a solid football coach. That's the next step to being long term here.
Dave, do you think that's a fair statement Bino's making, or have you already come to a conclusion here?
I just think he's comfortable, and I think he's made it. In other words, he's one of these guys that have made it. He's got generational wealth now. Life's on Easy Street now. He's on Easy Street. These guys hit these. I mean, it's like hitting the lottery, guys. A lot of these coaches, they're all multi-millionaires, and it's set up generational wealth for their families.
Not a bad gig, man. Not a bad gig if you can get it. I still think he burns with desire to get Tennessee back to where they were last year, back with an opportunity to compete at the end of the year, to get in that national tournament, to compete for a national championship. I just think he's an ultra-competitive guy. Bino asked a great question. The guys that stick around at a place like this longer than a decade are the guys that peel off their friends. If you don't peel off your friends, eventually you're going to get fired. It's pretty simple. It's pretty cut and dry.
I think this.
Yeah.
I think Dave will stay somewhere long term in this league. I think you have to be a little bit heartless. That's what I'm not sure that Josh has in him.
And you know what he needs? He needs somebody to come in here from the outside of his tree. You know, we were talking yesterday. He needs a David Cutcliffe to come in here and help his systems, help him tighten up his game.
Yeah.
Would he do it? Do you think he would bring David Cutcliffe in? Because David Cutcliffe, I'm guarantee you, would do it.
I don't know, Tony. I haven't seen that he's.
I haven't
seen he's willing to do
I'd
it.
love to believe that, but you know, I have people tell me your thing could be better if and I say, listen, I like my thing. I run my thing. I'm doing my thing. Like, I get it. I kind of get it. You know, it's like I'm not comparing myself to that, but I'm just saying we all of us to some level don't want somebody in there telling us the truth. We're all like that. And if we say we're not, we're lying. But the good guys in that deal, the guys that really make it, are the guys that want to hear that tough thing in there. Tell me the truth.
Yeah.
You're right, Bino. I don't know if he's going to do it. I hope he does because I like him.
Me too.
Hey, guys, let me ask you. And I want your serious answer on this.
Yeah, Dave.
If he loses these last two games, is that the sign that it's probably going to go in the other direction?
No, not to me. You, Bino?
No, Dave. For me, if he loses these last two games, the key for me is what kind of recovery do we see next year?
That's right.
Or is this becomes something that becomes a pattern?
Yep. And here comes a freaking lane train. Hey, Dave, I appreciate you. The lane train's coming down the tracks right now. Here's the thing. Brian said this earlier. In a weird way, losing the last two games could be the best thing in the long run for him because it would force
that
you
sense of urgency
to make changes. Versus, hey, we went 9-3. Basilio's giving me an A. I don't need to change anything.
Yeah. I don't want us to lose for that reason for sure, but I could see a 9-3 finish and everything is fine here.
It's a foodie for thought-y thing, isn't it?
It is.
And I hate to put it that way, but if the guy goes 7-5, that gives the athletic director license to walk into his thing and say, okay, what are the plans? If a guy goes 9-3, hey man, half my team was hurt. We got home at 9-3. Get out of my office.
Yeah.
And then if you go 8-4, I guess, you can make the point that it's somewhere in the middle. I think, the more you think about that, 7-5 would be like taking your medicine. But it might be for this guy's tenure, and for us, it might be, I don't want to say a better thing. I don't think it's ever a better thing to lose. But from that perspective, maybe tomorrow night, if that's what happens tomorrow, maybe it's becomes that more. But you got to tell me he's going to be able to make changes. My man William Patterson's on the way next. He's got the playbook. I'm going to stay here. And then Winners and Losers, presented by our friends at Dos Equis, is coming. We're going to have a TLD Logistics overtime. I want to thank everybody that came out here to Calhoun's on the River. Look, I'm surprised anybody showed up because let me tell you something. The weather is brutal outside, and the people drive like maniacs
You're listening to
here.
FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville. Fan Run Radio.
Have a good day, brother. Great seeing you.
It's TLD Logistics Overdrive Overtime, presented by TLD Logistics. Online at tldlogistics.com.
I love Connexial Kristen.
And now let's go to the guys with today's edition of TLD Logistics Overdrive Overtime.
Bino, doesn't she have a pleasant voice?
Yes, she does.
And she is a sweet, sweet lady, man. Her and her husband, those are good people right there. I'm talking like familia. I'm talking like a familia. Bino, Berkey would like a Titansville birthday pic. Can you get a pic of him for Berkey?
A picture or a pic in a football game?
No, he wants a pic, a Titansville pic in our group chat.
Yeah, we'll get that.
All right. Joshy boy, you fired me up today. What's your vision of tomorrow night? Tell me what's going to happen here.
We're probably going to lose, Tony.
All right, let's go back to our phones. What are we doing here? What do you mean we're probably going to lose? Scottish Chuck got all negative on me. Let's get Gray in here. Gray, one thing about you, Gray, is you're sunshine on a gray day, my brother.
What's going on, Tony?
Gray, how you doing, my man? Welcome in.
Doing pretty good. I don't see how anyone who's been following Tennessee for longer than a year or two can feel good about this game. We're falling into the trap of talking about offensive styles, defensive styles, records. And we know over the past 30 years that stuff does not matter when we're playing Florida in the Swamp.
Yeah, but tomorrow's team, to quote the guy at Indiana, has never played at the Swamp. He said, why are you holding it against this group of players, what past groups at this school have done? Why would you do that? Didn't he make a great point up there, Kurt Signetti, who Bino can't stand? But the man, Bino, that is a great way of looking at it. It is the only way to look at it,
Absolutely.
Bino.
I applauded when he said it.
All this stuff is fan talk. Gray, aren't you falling into fan talk right now?
I mean, I'm just looking at the evidence over the past years of the things that have happened in games, whether it was Danny Werfel's reign of terror, whether it was Tony George in 97, Alex Brown in 99, and on and on and on. One thing I think that's really interesting, though, is I think the outcome of this game is going to really determine whether or not Aguilar had a more successful tenure than Nico. He definitely has to win these last two games to be comparable. I mean, Nico beat Oklahoma, he beat Alabama, he beat Florida, and he took the Vols to a playoff. And I know the defenses are not the same. Last year's defense was better, but ultimately Nico got results over those three teams, and Joey's already lost to Alabama and Oklahoma. If he loses to Florida and Vanderbilt, or maybe even one or the other, I think you have to say that Nico had a better tenure at Tennessee.
Bino?
Yeah, result-wise, that's what you would have to say, but it's not like we had a choice whether he was going to be here or whether he wasn't.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Well, I agree we didn't have a choice. I'm just making the comparison, and Nico is our favorite person to demonize, and a lot of it has to do with his dad. His dad was a very negative figure here, but I think a lot of people really loved Joey Aguilar before he really did a whole lot because they liked his mom. And it's almost like if you look at Nico's results, he should be the one that we're celebrating, and Aguilar goes into the Justin Worley pile.
Again, Gray, for me, it's one wanted to be here and one didn't. So I'm not. I appreciate the fact that Aguilar wanted to be here and Nico did not. I don't care what Nico did
Call it
here,
like you said.
and I don't think that you could have kept him.
No.
I think it would have damaged your program
Yep.
for a long, long time had you let he and his daddy hold you captive. So
Nico and his father are punks and clowns. Let's just call it like it is.
Well, they still got the job done, and I realize what happened at the end of the year, but, Aguilar is going to be lucky to finish 9-3 and get us to a Florida Bowl game. I think we're losing both these games, guys. And if you look at Heupel does not have a good relationship with the media. He doesn't give them information. You could ask him, hey, did that player have on a red sock? And he'd say, they had on a sock. Like, he will not give an inch to the media. But unfortunately, the way that portrays is that he doesn't like the fans either. Because, we get our information from the media, and when he goes up there and plays it so ridiculously close to the vest on the most routine stuff, Buchar is just the latest example. But like Dave was saying, his press conferences, the guy does not communicate. And it comes across like he doesn't really care if the fans have information or not.
I mean, look, on Mondays, for that reason, we've quit taking his press conferences. I mean, so I don't know what to tell you, but I'll tell you this.
what do you draw from that, Gray?
Yeah, I don't know what to draw from that.
What do you draw from it?
He doesn't care about
Do you think
talk-
it will have anything to do with his tenure?
Well, I think it just the only conclusion you can come to is that he does not like the media, and this could be something going back to when he was a player, that at some point he just decided, I don't like the media, I don't owe them anything, I'm not going to give them anything. And again, he doesn't just play stuff close to the vest and is sort of clever with it. It's to the point of being really super obnoxious. I'm not seeing signs that he's here for a longer period of time. I'm just looking at body language. I'm looking at tone of voice. I'm not seeing a lot of exuberance or passion, and I wouldn't be surprised if he left after this year. I seriously wouldn't. I mean, I was shocked when Vitello left, but if this guy left, I wouldn't be surprised. And he, maybe for no other reason, maybe a little bit more money, but a big reason might be just to get a fresh start somewhere, and 2022 ends up being his high watermark.
Could happen.
Yes.
Hey, my thing, and Gray, thank you for the call.
Thanks, Gray.
My thing with any of these guys is you always have to be leery of a job market like the one we have right now, because you and I both know that LSU and Florida both think they're getting the same guy. Now, I don't know if you can split that guy in half and they can half him, but Bino, once you miss on that top guy, and choice 2 says no, choice 3 says no, choice 4 says, it puts all these guys in play. And why wouldn't Josh Heupel, who's taken us out of the doldrums, look, all you have to do is look at the end of last night's Arkansas State game and the behavior of that guy and see what it's like to have an adult as your head coach versus a man-child. And you can say what you want to say about Josh Heupel. You can say how boring he's been and how he – I mean, look, we don't think it's press conferences anymore. So because he says nothing. He doesn't even try. Okay, that's true. But he has brought a level of respectability and weight back to this program, back to that job. He has, if he walked out of here tomorrow, he has left it a lot better than he found it. People can pick on him all they want.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
Yeah.
And I'm going to caution people. You can do a whole hell of a lot worse, because we generally do when we hire people.
Yeah. Well, I'm admittedly overly defensive of Josh Heupel because of what he pulled us out of. That was the biggest period of instability in my fandom, and that's a long time. So I will always be thankful, probably overly thankful for him doing that. But to your point, I mean, when you're seeing Eli Drinkwitz's name mentioned with all of these jobs, why would Josh Heupel not be in that realm at that level? He's accomplished more than Drinkwitz has.
The simple reason, Josh Heupel does not have Jimmy Sexton as his agent whispering in the ear of different media people that cover the sport,
yeah,
hey, my guy's a candidate there.
Yeah.
That's the reason.
Yeah.
That's the deal. Because Josh Heupel's a very frugal guy. He is. And he's got an attorney who works out his contracts, but he's not one of these agent types. So he pays him a small fee. But if Josh Heupel last year didn't get like a mega raise, if you remember,
yeah,
he did not. If Jimmy Sexton was Josh Heupel's agent, he would have gotten some serious failure money tacked onto the end of that deal. Jimmy Sexton would have taken his alma mater, and I mean, he would have done some yoga poses on him, okay?
Oh, yeah.
You follow me?
Mm-hmm.
But that is why you're not hearing his name mentioned. Joshy boy, one question for you.
Yeah.
Then we go back to our phones.
All right.
Are you under wing right now?
No,
you
I'm
got
not.
the headset on?
I'm doing my own thing right now. Still love you, though. Love you.
You
love
got
your
the
show.
headset on. You're under wing, Joshy boy. You got the headset on.
No, I appreciate it. Love you. Love your show, Tony.
Bino.
Joshy's been his own man for a long time. It's really just semantics.
Right. When I say he's under wing, I just mean he's part of the family. I mean, Bino, in a lot of ways, we're all under wing. Bino, I've been under wing with you for a long time.
I mean, I'm the only non-graduate of the Basilio School of Broadcasting.
Yeah, look at Joshy boy. He just called me yesterday and said he's no longer under wing. I mean, geez.
I'll stay, Tony.
That hit me like a ton of lead.
I'll stay. Let Joshy run.
That went right through my heart, man. Shot a hole in my soul. Let's go back to our phones. Let's get our next call in here. Rusty, welcome in.
Hey, boys. How's it going?
Hey, Rusty.
What's up,
welcome
Rusty?
in, buddy.
Thanks, man. Hey, want to talk about 9-3 being an A+, but first off, I just have one quick question. At the University of Tennessee, was T. Martin a better quarterback than Peyton Manning?
No, he was not.
But T won a national championship and went 13-0, and Peyton never did that.
He was our national championship quarterback, and I appreciate him greatly.
Me too, man. Love me some T, but I just don't understand. I mean, if you win more games than the than who you're being compared to, you're obviously the better quarterback, right, Gray?
I mean, I don't know what Gray's trying to prove, what he's doing, needling me. I don't, because he knows I'm a Joey football guy. I'll tell you this. Tomorrow night is a signature win. I don't care if they have 3 wins, no wins, 1 win. That's a signature win for Joey Aguilar if he wins tomorrow. And the team needs to win tomorrow for that reason, just so people like Gray will shut the hell up. No offense.
And, yeah, some people aren't going to shut up no matter what, man. There's no shutting them up. I'm one of them. Hey, so I agree. Before the season started, if you would have told me we're going 9-3, that would have been a heck of a year. But looking back at where we are right now, would it be fair to say, and would you agree that we should have one loss right now? And if we would have done the little things, which is on the coach to get you to do the little things, we would have one loss. So we've kind of failed because we had 2 ball games that we lost where we were probably the better team on that day.
Bino, what do you think?
Well, I'm not giving an A+ for a 9-3 season.
I'm giving an A.
An
A. I'm giving.
I would go B+, but I wouldn't go A.
And I know Dixie's loving us talking about A's and B's and B+ and everything, but I'm just saying, I don't think it's a great coaching job when 2 of your losses you lost because of the fine details, and we kind of messed those up as a coaching staff.
Rusty, in a lot of ways, that's why losing the last 2 games could be good for this guy. I hate to say it because it would force him to confront those details, and I hate saying that. I want
to be 9-3. I want to ruin Vanderbilt's year, but it has a whole lot more strength for the fan base and for Danny White to be able to tell Josh Heupel, you went 7-5. You got to make some coaching changes on your staff, and you got to self-evaluate and decide if you're going to be a demanding coach who goes on the road and doesn't commit false starts.
That's right. You're exactly right, man.
You're right. You are. I mean, you said it before me. I'm just kind of piggybacking off of your point that the feet will be held to the fire more if you're 7-5 than if you're 9-3.
If you're 9-3, you can't say a word. If you're 9-3, you can't say a word to him. Really.
I mean, I would. If I was the AD, I would say, "Hey, this is great and all. 9-3, way to go. We missed the playoffs. I'm your boss, and I can go look at the tape. I can go see right here that you lost ball games because your team made silly mistakes." And I know I was told by somebody on this show that better players don't make mistakes. But that's not true. Sean Taylor was the best football player in America in 2003. And guess what? He handed us a victory in the Orange Bowl. Not the actual Orange Bowl, but in the location that used to be the Orange Bowl. The best player in America made a mistake by trying to field a punt. He had no business doing it, and he handed us a football game. Great players can make mistakes if you don't prepare them the right way. And our coaches have not prepared our players the right way enough to do the little stuff. Good players, great players, bad players can make mistakes.
Dale Jones today spoke in code, but he basically said the concern is that they don't do the little things on defense Saturday night to get out of there with a win. That's what I heard him say. Is that what you heard him say, Bino?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's what he said.
That is what he said.
Absolutely.
He didn't say it, but that's what he said.
Yeah. And he also was basically saying you have to stop the run, but can you stop the run and not be super vulnerable in the pass defense? And that's the question for the game tomorrow. If we stop ball, can we keep our young secondary from getting beat over the top by Lagway? That's whenever he's been successful is when teams have slowed down the run game and he's got guys wide open downfield. So that's the chess match tomorrow. Hopefully we can slow down the run. Huh?
There's the lane train. In your heart of hearts, Rusty, do we win tomorrow? Yes or no? In your heart of hearts.
51% we win. Yeah, I'll say yes. Yes. But it's a coin flip. It's not much more than a coin flip that we win.
Oh, no, it's going to be...
We're the better team, and they're missing so many dudes, and their 2 best weapons on offense outside aren't going to play. And that says that hopefully Redmond and Hood can hold up against their backup skill position guys at receiver. That should give us hope. So I think we win because of that. And I don't believe it's a real sellout tomorrow. I don't believe the crowd's going to be raucous like everybody says it is. That fan base is the front-runningest fan base in college football, and I don't believe they're going to show up for a 3-7 team the way they would for a 7-3 or an 8-2 team.
Rusty,
So,
thank you on our
we
TLD
win.
Logistics
Yeah, man.
Overdrive Overtime. Thank you, brother. Since you're no longer under wings, why don't you go ahead and introduce our next caller here at part of Titans Bill's birthday party at Calhoun's on the River where, ma'am, have you been down here every week? Has she had any cake, Bino? Give her a piece of cake. Cut her a piece. Would you like some of our cake? Oh, you had some already? Isn't it delicious? Carrot cake is so good. Why don't you introduce our next caller since you're no longer under wing?
Yeah, let's get our next call in. Richard from Murfreesboro. Welcome in, Richard.
Beautiful.
Man, gosh, boy, you're applying for a job?
He nailed it, didn't he?
He's under wings, man. He's under wings. Oh, no, you're not under wings, are you? Are you under wings or no?
Well,
okay.
He did an outstanding job.
Yes, he did.
I like it. First of all, I'll start at the one, first of all, rabbit hole that I heard from Dave and what he had to say. He took a shot at Josh Heupel because he's basically what he said is he's lazy and he's not recruiting. But yet, Tony, last year's class and then this year's class right now at the moment, I won't even put my opinion into it, but at the moment of just the recruiting guys like 247, our class is equal with everybody in the top 5. There's not a hair's difference between our class, Georgia, and Alabama. Our class is equally as good as their class. He must be doing something right, and he's getting ready to commit a couple other blue chip players before this thing is all said and done. So for a guy who's lazy and sitting on Easy Street, they sure seem to be recruiting very good, Tony.
You know, it's a great point. It's almost like once it's what's that old saying about first impressions? They're lasting. No matter what happens from there, the first impression's lasting.
Yeah. And I don't know that this is a great compliment, but he's a much better recruiter than I thought he was going to be here.
I agree with that. Now, the NIL thing probably is helping.
Sure, absolutely.
And having money to pay
No
and all
question.
that stuff.
No question.
I don't know that he's a roll-your-sleeves-up guy and go out there and go hard, but he's been plenty good here with the system they have around him. That's not the issue with them. The issue's not ball players.
No, and you know, in second, at one, they're the youngest team in the SEC. Their roster and their age is the youngest in the league. So, you know, yes, is he trying to build it through high school ranks more than the portal? Yes, he is. He's not selling all out to the portal like some other teams are and just going heavy veterans. So we'll see again as it continues to progress. Does he get enough veterans to come in next year with the youth? But let's talk about also the little things. Tony, did the little things make our field goal kicker miss an easy field goal against Georgia? Was that Josh Heupel's fault that his kicker went out there and missed that field goal?
Well, they called a
How's
weird
that Josh
timeout.
Heupel's fault?
They did call a weird timeout before it, which was kind of weird. They did have a 5-yard penalty before it, which, Richard, is
Tony,
a little
it was a
thing.
42-yard field goal.
Richard, no offense. No offense. That is a little thing. You asked me about little things. Those two things are little things. But I do get
did
what
that
you're
cause
saying.
the kicker to miss it?
I have no idea.
Did it?
I don't know. Did it? I don't know.
No, he choked. Period. All right. Was the little things of Joey Aguilar throwing interceptions? Did he tell him to throw the ball down over the head to some safeties or sit in? No, I ain't disagreeing that there's little things that every coach messes up on game day, but I could go to Ohio State's games and show you all kinds of little things that they make mistakes in games.
Richard,
little things happen to
Richard,
every single team.
I love you, but this guy's had a bad year with the headset on, and you know it. Come on, man.
Well, hey.
Come on, Richard.
Time management.
Come on.
Time management, yes. I will give you time management at the end of house.
Now we're talking. Now we're talking.
Yes, absolutely. But to blame every little mistake that happens on the football field on the coach is silly. unless you've been out there coaching in this at this and seeing the fast pace of all, sometimes it happens. Sometimes players mess up. Sometimes they choke. Sometimes coaches mess up, and sometimes they choke. It is a fast-paced game played by elite athletes in this conference, and it's never, and I will repeat, and if some of these fans think that this is ever going to be perfect on a game at this level, then you need to watch something else, because it's never going to be perfect. It's going to be players who will make plays, but they'll also fail. It's just how it is. And at the end, the best teams that always win it are the teams that do have the most depth and talent that continue to get better. Why is Georgia playing at a high level? Well, they have still the best roster in the SEC. They started out slow. That young talent continues to grow and grow. So, yes, we still have work to do in leveling that playing field when it comes to Ohio State or Georgia or some teams like that. But like I said, it's a process, and it continues to grow. And that's just me. Maybe, Tony, I just come from the sympathy side of being around coaching and football for so long and seeing what happens every day in practice and that. Maybe I am. Maybe I do fall a little bit on the coaches a little bit. So, don't know.
Thank you, Richard. Good talking to you. Thank you, Scottish Chuck. Great seeing you. It's been incredible. Been a great day today. Been an awesome day. I want to invite you to check out our parlay I'm going to have for you over at VIP Play tomorrow. We've got winners and losers coming up, presented by our friends at Dos Equis /VIP Play. Shout out to the great Mr. C, who's getting a lot of love. What do you think of Mr. C, Joshy boy?
I love him.
He's getting a lot of love up here. He got a lot of love from a couple tables today. And C, shout out to you. We love you. Bino, do you have any final thoughts here on the way out? And did you show Scottish Chuck your uniform? Did he see your uniform?
I'm not sure. He was probably busy, but I will show him. I will show him the uniform.
Bino, can I have that cup?
Yeah.
Because I really want to play music with it.
Yeah, absolutely. It'd be just like Cameo.
Yep.
It'd be perfect.
I'll be the first guy, Bino, because this is what God, how endowed I am not. No offense to me. But I'll be the first guy that's ever stuffed a sock in my cup over my over my pants. Look, Beanstar.
I wished you would have given me. I wished you would have given me the final word.
Keith, what do you think of that look on me? Seriously.
Oh, hey.
Oh my! A woman just turned around and looked at me. Oh my gosh! A woman dining in there. What are we doing? Titans Bill, I can't take you anywhere. Hey, happy birthday to Titans Bill. I love him so much. Man, I love him.
Absolutely.
And when we sung to him, did you guys see how emotional he got?
Yes.
Isn't that sweet?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's sweet.
It meant a lot.
Y'all showing up today. I mean, my God, man, y'all are so awesome. Give me a final thought, Bino, here on the way out. And I want to thank Wingo here for being here today.
Thank you.
In what's the?
It's my boy right there. He's in the Wingo. My boy.
And what's the last annual contest against the Gators for however many years? Let's go down and end it on a good note. Let's go beat the Gators.
And shut all this noise up and shut that damn. Now I'm starting to act like I'm in the studio. I forgot the family just looked at me. I shouldn't be acting like that. Man. I want to remind you tomorrow night, as soon as the game ends, we congregate like a family. I hope it's for more than 3+ hours, because I got news for you. We lose that damn game tomorrow, buddy, I'm putting that egg timer up there. And there ain't going to be no overtime to the overtime. You know what I'm saying, Bino?
I hear you.
Because I've done enough of that. It is time. It is time. It is time. Repeat after me, Wingo. You ready? It is time.
To lose to the Gators again.
Don't let that be the last word now, Tony. You got to come in there and first you got to mute him.
Winners and losers presented by our friends at Dos Equis on the way next. We love you. Peace. Get pumped. Get jack. Ladies and gentlemen, Tony Basilio back with you for another week. It's Winners and Losers presented by our friends at Dos Equis. Shout out to our friends at VIP Play. Go for Dos. Go for Dos. And on today's edition, we get you ready for week 13 in the college A's and whatever week it is in the NFL. Look, I'm a college guy to the core. When it comes to my football, let me introduce a panel to you because I'm really troubled by this weekend. I got moving left to right across your device. That's Will Heflin in the upper box, Nashville Lee below him, and Brian Hartman with the invisible icon right there over the Tennessee Vol and Gator helmets. For those of you that are watching, for those of you scoring at home, just use your imagination of what that screen could look like, because I'm looking good right now. But then again, the weekend hasn't started. I'll probably, by 11 Eastern time, be in the fetal position on Friday night if I don't start hitting some winners here in the colleges. It has been a rough slog for me, boys. All right, Lee, grade this college card for me, because how the SEC continues to get away with this. They've got a multi-billion-dollar TV deal, and they're still doing this bull crap, Lee.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that, a lot of other power conference teams play these teams earlier in the season, but there's a reason why they play them early in the season. So I don't really understand why the SEC keeps doing this, but it's a letdown. I mean, at least we get Tennessee and Florida for what that's worth. And outside of that, I mean, we're kind of looking at like Oregon and USC. That's a big game nationally. And there's a couple of other ones that have playoff impact, but for the most part, I mean, this is kind of like a B-C card in the college game this weekend.
Yep. And even the SEC games that are of repute, you've got Texas, Arkansas. They're just not tremendously interesting. I guess Kentucky, Vanderbilt is an extremely interesting game from our region. But for the most part, I mean, to show you how bad it is, Herbie and the artist formerly known as Cutie Pie are at Florida this weekend, Will Heflin. That tells you everything you need to know. Those guys are down in Gainesville.
Yeah. I guess Missouri and Oklahoma, a little traditional Big 12 battle. Could be the best SEC game this week.
Could be. And that Oklahoma bunch is an interesting team, guys. That's 2 straight road wins for them. Now they got 2 home games to finish, and the chase for the playoffs is on.
So the big game in the SEC is Missouri and Oklahoma, 2 former Big 12 teams. And the big game in the Big 10 is Oregon, USC.
2 Pac-12s.
Wow.
No. We're living in an alternate universe or some type of simulation, maybe. I'm not sure.
Tony, I'm fairly confident in saying this. This is the worst slate that we've had since the conference schedule started. Like, this feels like a week 2 slate, which is astonishing to say the least. But if there ever was a boring weekend for Tennessee to go win in Gainesville for the first time since 2003, then heck, maybe this is the weekend to do it.
It's only 131 calories, ladies and gentlemen. I'm talking about the pure bliss that is Dos Equis Lager Especial. Brian Hartman, you're not going to give me 1 pick. You're going to give me 2. You're going to give me 2 because we're going for Dos, and we're knocking this thing out as we lay it down. Brian Hartman, I bring you in. What's your letter grade, Brian, for this card overall? Because you've been hot.
I'm not a big grade the card guy because you think it's not going to be good, and then it turns out it's better than you could ever imagine. So I think any week of college football like this is something to be treasured and discussed and broke down. So I like them all. So I'm going to start out with James Madison at home against Washington State. Washington State flying across the country for an 10 p.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. Pacific kickoff at James Madison. Washington State's very average. They're 5-5. They're playing at James Madison, who honestly needs to win to impress because they're kind of looking up at Tulane in the group of 5 spot. James Madison needs to win every opportunity they can to impress the selection committee. So I think them playing at home, they're a very good home team. I like James Madison laying 13.5 against Washington State.
Hey, Lee, if that isn't the most 2025 goofy college football thing of all time, that Washington State's having to get games now with James Madison at the end of the schedule in November. I mean, what have we done to this sport, Lee? What have we done?
Yeah, this is kind of a wild game. I mean, Washington State, they've taken advantage of their independent status now, and in order to get themselves bowl eligible and catch a couple of teams traveling across to their place. Now they've got to travel across the country to JMU. Yeah, like I did play some JMU small, even though, to be honest, this number is actually crazy. Like this. This is a ridiculously high number. I mean, Washington State went to Ole Miss and lost by like 2. They went to Virginia and only lost by like 4. This is kind of a crazy number. But the spot with them traveling and JMU needing to put up style points, like it makes sense. I get why it is what it is. And you would think James Madison comes out there and kind of puts it on them. But, yeah, it's a small play for me, but it's nothing too big on James Madison.
I don't think Ole Miss was motivated when they faced Washington State at all. I think that showed.
But still, it's still a game. Like all the power ratings have this somewhere around like 10.5, 11. Like 14 is kind of nuts, but I get why it is. Why it is what it is.
Brian Hartman, go for dose, baby doll.
Well, I am going to take an underdog this time. Maryland is 13.5-point underdog at home against Michigan, and I kind of like Maryland in this game. Michigan is, I believe, 1-5 as a double-digit, 1-5 covering the spread as a double-digit favorite this year, and that one was Central Michigan, who they beat 63-3. Michigan has been a double-digit spread favorite the last 3 weeks in a row, and they failed to cover in any of them. Maryland is 4-6, but they've got some clarity. Their coach, whether this is good or not, Mike Loxley, will be retained for 2026. At least he'll start as Maryland's coach in 2026. So I don't think long-term his future there is something I would bet on. But it is what it is for right now. They don't have to deal with that distraction. They're playing at home. Michigan, looking ahead to the second of back-to-back road games, they had to play at Northwestern. They were a 12-point favorite there and barely had to escape with the last-second field goal. They're going to Maryland. They're looking ahead probably to Ohio State the next week. They still got a shot to win out to get a playoff spot, and I kind of like Northwestern money line last week. I don't like Maryland money line, but I do like Maryland plus 13.5.
That Michigan bunch wins out, guys, and that Ohio State guy goes off and wins another national championship, and that fan base freaks out. I love dark comedy. That's why I got my eyes on that. I got my eyes also, Will, on Vanderbilt. I mean, I don't want to say this, but if they go 10-2, getting locked out of the playoff, I think that's kind of a dark comedy sort of a. There's some dark comedy in the making here in major college football. Do you guys have any thoughts on Brian taking Maryland plus 13 with the look ahead concept? Because Michigan's head is going to be in another place, and they don't score a lot of points anyway.
And Michigan has its offensively challenged, and their quarterback sort of plays well in spurts. So that's a lot of points. They don't cover big spreads.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. The biggest thing there is no Justice Haynes.
Mm-hmm.
They've struggled to move the ball a little bit more than usual since he went out. I was on Northwestern last weekend. Loved them. Covered. Couldn't get the money line win. I think Michigan will probably have an easier time moving it on Maryland. I think Northwestern's defense is a little bit better, and they're a little bit better at kind of getting in the mud in that style of game to keep it really close. But if Maryland can score, somewhere in the teens, they're staying inside this number. So if I had to pick a side, I would be with Bry, who I also want to shout out for getting us back on track. We were all being negative. It's going to be a wild slate tomorrow, just when we think it's not a good slate of games. Yep. Some crazy is going to happen. And appreciate you, Bri. That's a good way to look at it. Need some positivity around here.
You damn
All
straight,
right.
Brian. You
I'm
damn
glad to
straight.
provide it.
This Lee's giving it a C-. He's focusing on how he can work the Chiefs into his plays on Sunday. All right.
Play the Maryland money line. You get about plus 430. It's worth playing.
Just try it, right? Why not?
No, I think it's a good play. Like, I don't think it should be that high. I think it's a good play.
Lee hit it in terms of year 2. Go for dose.
All right, let's see. Well, all right, let's start with the game on Friday night. We were just talking about it before we started recording, but Hawaii's going to UNLV. Yeah, I'm on the dog here. I'm on Hawaii plus 3. There's a chance this might actually go to 3.5 tomorrow, but 3's fine. If you want to go and play it now. I don't really get this line. Like, I think these teams are pretty equal. Actually, I kind of think Hawaii's better. They got the better defense. I think they got the better quarterback. I think they got the better weapons. They're playing better ball right now. They're 4-1 in their last 5. They're putting up serious numbers. Timmy Chang was really having an issue, like, going on the road and winning his first couple of years, and he's kind of figured that out this year. They've played much better this year on the road. They're playing in that inside on the carpet in Las Vegas. Like, it's not much of a home field advantage for UNLV. And that defense is just awful. Like, I think Hawaii's going to be able to move the ball up and down the field on them and score just about every time that they have the ball. I mean, the over makes some sense too, but yeah, I like Hawaii here catching 3 points against UNLV, and that's Friday night, the late game on Friday night.
Chang has really developed guys into a nice coach, hasn't he? And he's done it with limited resources. You know, he doesn't have, Lee, say the resources they have at UTEP even.
No, they don't. Apparently UTEP's got the Juarez cartel has been funding their athletic department. So,
hey, Danny White, don't get any ideas, Danny. Don't get any what Danny. Hey, Danny will be taking he'll be taking Spanish as a second language.
People laughed when I said that the Saudis were on line 1. These guys are going to get desperate, but
all right, nobody laughing. And the other thing, I saw the Big Ten is still flirting around, or Big 20, whatever they are, with taking that private equity money because these people have spent themselves into oblivion. That's what they're doing. They're real pigs. You know, pigs get fat and hogs get slaughtered, and that's major college football. A bunch of hogs. Moving along, you've got Hawaii plus 3 at UNLV in your Friday night slate, and Lee now presented by our friends at Dos Equis. Go for Dos.
All right, yeah, we'll go to this. We'll go to the Missouri-Oklahoma game. Yeah, I'm on Missouri here, plus the 7.5 or plus the 8. I've also got some Missouri money line. I think they're very live to win this game. Just a different flipping roles for Oklahoma now. We were on them, gave them out last week as a 7-point dog. And I thought they would win the game. They went outright. Now they're laying 7, just a completely different role that I want to fade them in. That we've seen this enough with Oklahoma. Maybe the best defense in the league, but maybe the best or the worst offense in the league. They have such a narrow margin to win football games because of that offense. And this is likely going to be really ugly. That Missouri defense is still a top 20 defense in the country, top 25. I think Mateer is just hard to trust to lay points. This string of games going on the road to Tennessee and winning, going on the road to Alabama and winning. Now you're back at home. Everybody's saying you should make the playoffs now. I think these last 2 games for them are very losable. And yeah, I like getting the 7.5 with Missouri. I think they're very live to win this football game.
When you play one of these hyped up SEC schedules like Alabama has, like Oklahoma has, it's exhausting. And I think your guys are right. I think that's a really good point, man. 8 points with Missouri in that building. Now you have something to play for. Panel, what do you guys think? Because you called the shot last week at Alabama. You called the shot. You and William Patterson. Go ahead, Bri.
Yeah, I don't know how good Oklahoma really is. I know that sounds crazy. They've come to Tennessee and won, but I just think Tennessee and Alabama beat themselves more than Oklahoma beat them. Now, Oklahoma played very good defense, and defense made plays, but I still think part of those wounds were self-inflicted from both teams. So them going home and them as a favorite, I don't know how much I would trust them with that offense to beat somebody by more than 7 points. I mean, they had a 7-point spread against Auburn, I think, and I believe they barely covered that at home. It took a last-second safety. So I would be wary laying a bunch of points with that team.
The chef's in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Bow thy head. Will Heflin. Will, you were a little sanguine earlier, kind of down. Brian talked you out of it. Frank Anderson's on his way to San Francisco. We're Scott McKenzie. Don't put any flowers in your hair, Tony Vitello.
You trying to bring me down again? My man Frank's out the door.
I know. That's
Thought
heartbreaking.
this was a football show.
Will, let's pick it up here. Pick me up, man. Pick me up, Buttercup.
Before I give out my dose,
yep.
Missouri's absolutely the right play. Eli Drinkowitz is licking his chops for this game. Just screams play spoiler. The one thing that Tennessee and Alabama were not able to do against Oklahoma was run the football at any level, like any effectiveness. And the one thing that Missouri will possibly be able to do on that defense is run the ball. They have a really, really good running back in Hardy. So we'll see. You know, I think they're live. I think Oklahoma probably survives. I don't think they cover the 7. I would say Oklahoma on a late field goal or something like that if I had to predict the game right now. But
I'll
in a
tell you
field goal
something,
game,
guys.
I'm not going to be shocked if Missouri wins.
I'll give you another food for thought. And all politics are local. We haven't talked about the Vols here. Maybe we will later. But here's the truth about the Tennessee game tomorrow night. The truth is one team can really run the football effectively and one team can't. And the thing that gives Florida an excellent chance against the Vols, if you want to look at it that way, to steal a win, kind of a real win this year, is the ability to run the ball and the fact that our linebackers, their run fits are horrendous. But it's an interesting thing this year how Alabama cannot run the ball. You talked about the Haynes kid. Boy, have they missed him this year. Boy, have they missed him. They just can't run the ball at all. They've got no solution back there at running back. None. But anyway, Dos Equis Lager Especial, your golden Pilsner style beer made from the choice of hops. It is a balanced composition, that smooth, clean finish. Oh, it was like 75 degrees the other day. And I had one in the fridgie when I came back. 75 like in November, y'all. 75. Oh, it was so good after walking in the park. Go for Dos! Dos Equis 2025 Cervezas Mexicanas. Will Heflin, give me your 2 plays now. You've been wordy.
Sorry.
You're fine.
Thought this was a talk show, man.
Interesting.
I'm gonna get in my feels now. First play, Tony. 2-leg teaser. Okay, you've got 2 dogs, both at 2.5. You're gonna tease them up 6 points and get 8.5. The first one is at home in Cincinnati against BYU. Cincinnati plus 8.5 is your first leg of the 2-leg teaser. And then we talked about teams playing roles and teams playing roles as a favorite needing to win to get into the playoffs. And this team is not good in this role, and it's Georgia Tech. I'm taking Pittsburgh plus the 8.5 on the road at Georgia Tech. So your 2-leg teasers, Pittsburgh plus 8.5, Cincy plus 8.5. Kind of a hold your nose deal, but you've got to get creative when you don't love the slate. I actually kind of like that pick.
And what are the numbers on this? When I tease this thing up, what are my numbers here?
You get minus 125 at VIP play.
All right, minus 125. So he's got a 2-leg teaser. Cincinnati plus 8.5 with BYU. Pitt with plus 8.5 with Georgia Tech. The card is limited. In fact, I'm going to do something I never do. With your 3rd and your 4th play panel, open it up to the NFL here if you don't want to stay in the colleges, because this card is really hard to find meat on. And it's what the SEC, they're doing away with this next year. When Brian's giving out James Madison and Washington State as his first play, I'm over here going, beam me up, Scotty. But let's, without further ado, bring Briney Boy back in. Briney Boy, I love you. You've set the tone on this edition, Week 13, winners and losers.
Okay, you want a 3rd college play? I lost you there for a second. I got you back.
Interesting.
I'm going to go for a.
Yeah. Go ahead, Brian. I'm sorry.
Let me see here. I'm going to go with. I like Houston. They're at home. They're -1.5 against TCU. Houston laid an egg against West Virginia. They were a big favorite there. I think TCU might be a little bit, I don't know, maybe overvalued here. Houston at home, I think they're having a nice year. I think they're a good pick here, and I think just laying 1.5 points at home, I think Houston's the way to go in this one. So I'm going to go with the Houston Cougs.
Give me your NFL play, Brian. Go for dose, babe.
Well, I think I'm going to have to go with the Giants plus 10.5 with the Detroit Lions at home. Detroit, you just don't know which team's showing up. They kind of they're up and down, and they're offensively. Hopefully, they can find more points than they did against the Philadelphia Eagles. But I'm going to have to think that the Giants will keep this thing kind of close and then within the number. I think Detroit probably wins, but I don't think I would. I think the 10.5 would have to make me say, okay, I think I feel comfortable with the underdog here, plus 10.5. So I like the Giants plus 10.5 with Detroit.
Hey, Lee, if you took the Giants and Jets and put them together, okay, could they get out of the NFC? You took those two teams and combined them. Could they make the Super Bowl out of the NFC?
No, I don't think so. I'm trying to think of the best parts of the best parts of each team. I don't think if you put them together, I don't think you would.
I mean, who's your quarterback?
That's the thing is, especially now. Yeah, you've got Jameis Winston now. Mm-hmm. That's pretty much your quarterback. So I'd say that's a no.
I mean, think about that, guys. I wonder what the final record would be if you took those two organizations and put them together. That's some atrocious football being played in the Gotham City.
They would have a strong defense if you put them together.
Yeah. And they have a zero credibility.
You do put them together with the same field, and you have a really crappy stadium.
Brian, have you ever been to the Meadowlands? I wouldn't rip that place. There are toilets, okay, over at Lakeshore Park near us that are nicer than that stadium that they play in. And that stadium's semi-new. It's just that the fact that place is a toilet in the Northeast where it is. No offense to them. Lee, go for dose, my friend. You can give me 2 pro games, or you can give me another college and a pro. Your choice.
Okay.
Lady's choice.
Yeah, there are two pro games that I really do like, but I did want to give this one in college out just real fast. Take UAB at home catching 22 against South Florida. Just it's a dream killer spot. Like South Florida just had their season crushed. Like they're not going anywhere. Mm-hmm. Now they're going on the road, laying like 22 points. Like Golish has been kind of exposed with like this. If you think Heupel was bad, like some of his game management stuff, like Golish's late game stuff has been atrocious. It's so bad.
Unreal.
His defense looks completely disinterested. Mm-hmm. They did last week. I don't think they're going to show up to this game, and we know UAB can score some points. So yeah, take a look at fading USF coming off that loss, which ended their season. But yeah, these 2 NFL plays, I like both of these quite a bit. The Saints laying 2 at home against the Falcons. I know it sounds gross. Saints are coming off of a bye. They made the quarterback switch to Tyler Shuck, which I think is an upgrade over Rattler. He's not going to turn the ball over. I think this kid might actually be somewhat decent. The Falcons, this is a huge fate of the Falcons as well. Like they've lost two straight games in overtime. They're 3-7 on the year. Their season is completely done now. Penix is out for the season. Drake London is going to be out in this game. They're missing like 2 offensive linemen. They're missing guys off the defense. This is going to be all Saints in this with Kirk Cousins starting. Like Kirk Cousins, like all of these ratings, he's like the worst in the league. He's completely immobile. He can't move. He has no arm strength left. Like the guy is really, really bad. The last time he started, they played a game earlier in the season without Penix and without London. I think they lost like 34-10 to the Panthers or something. I don't know who it was. It was some bad team. But, yeah, take the Saints. The Falcons are going to rely on their run game. And the one thing the Saints do really well on defense is stop the run. So the Saints at home -2. And this one, you're going to love this one. But Cowboys +3.5. I'm sorry, it's up to 4. No, yeah. Make sure I have the right number here. Okay, it's 3. But yeah, Cowboys +3 at home against the Eagles. Okay, like I said, we talked about this Eagles offense all year long. It's got major questions. Like this offense is not functioning. Now they've lost Lane Johnson on the offensive line. He is huge to what they do. This Cowboys defense came back off the bye, played on Monday Night Football, got Quinnen Williams, who they got in the trade. They got 5 other guys back that were injured on their defense on Monday, and they looked much, much better. I know it was the Raiders, but still, the defense is going to be a total sieve like it was to start the season. And against this Eagles offense, I think they're going to be able to hold them down. Now, the Eagles defense has been playing dynamite, but this Cowboys offense is electric, especially at home when they're in that dome. It's a good matchup. Like, you talk about Hurts, like Hurts is terrible against the zone. That's all the Cowboys play. Last week against the Lions, he was great. They play the most cover one man than any team in the league, and the Eagles won. It's not going to be the same this week against the Cowboys. So really like the Cowboys catching 3 at home against the Eagles, and love the Saints laying 2 at home against the Falcons.
You and this C character fading my Eagles week in and week out.
I was on them last week. Yeah. It's mostly the offense. Just like what happened.
Listen, I don't argue with you. I'm not arguing because I think Eagles are going to lose outright anyway. So, the Cowboys +3 makes total sense to me. If you said to me, which side are you? What's the side there? The Cowboys +3 are the side, I'll have my throwback Randall Cunningham on all day. And buddy, let me tell you something. I look damn stout in that thing right now. Let's bring in, without further ado, Will Heflin, who's going to go. He might go to the pros and go for dose. Willie's been known to do that. The chef. What's the chef cooking up?
You didn't even let me give a second college play.
The chef. So you got 2 college plays. You said
I gave you one play. It was a 2-leg teaser. That's one
okay.
Play.
I'm sorry. I'm kind of special like that.
It's okay. My second college play. Again, you got to get a little creative. It's Coastal Carolina, South Carolina over 50. Okay, look, Coastal and I believe it was Georgia Southern last week. Mm-hmm. They were over this number at halftime. Okay, South Carolina, obviously much better defense than the one you're going to see in the Sun Belt. But they were moving the ball on A&M and somehow blew a 30-3 lead at halftime. But either way, Coastal, good offense, bad defense. South Carolina, improving offense, good defense. So I think this number flies over. It could be, one of those garbage time deals. Game ends up being like 40-20. You get over it with ease. Going for dose in the NFL, hold your nose for me, okay? Because it's time. I forget the line, but Shedeur Sanders is starting for the Browns, and he is horrible. However, the Las Vegas Raiders should not be laying 4 points against anyone. Anyone, especially not Myles Garrett and that Browns defense, who is going to be in Geno Smith's grill all day long. So hold your nose and take the Brownies plus the 4. Hopefully Shedeur can stay out of the way and hand the ball to Judkins. And I'll go for Trace if you want me to. The Chicago Bears have been dodging bullets left and right. Caleb Williams, kind of a Houdini act. I think Rodgers is going to play. They're going to club up that hand. If he doesn't play, then I'm out. But if he does, Pittsburgh at +3, I like, even though they're on the road. I just think even when the Bears win, they're just, late game magic. And so I like Steelers to stay within that 3 or win the game outright.
I think that's good with Mason Rudolph, even without Rodgers. I'm on it too. I don't think it matters.
I hear you, Lee, but I'm not going to do it with Mason Rudolph.
I think you'll get a better number. Like, I don't think you'll get a better number if it's Rudolph. And I'm not really sure it really matters. This Bears thing, the Bears Ponzi scheme has to come to an end at some point.
What about my brownies? Are you on my brownies, Lee?
Rodgers. No, I can't back Shedeur, man. These numbers are so horrific. Like last week, he dropped back 11 times for a net total of 20 yards. In the preseason game he played, he dropped back 13 times for a negative 27 net yards. Like, I don't think he doesn't know how to read a defense. He has no idea when a blitz is coming, and he can't move to avoid it. Like, I don't want to lay points with the Raiders, but I mean, I can't back Shedeur. There's no way I can back Shedeur. I think there's a reason why they went with the other kid from Oregon, Gabriel, over him. Like, I don't think Shador can play. I don't think he can read a defense or anything.
He looked awful. Now, how did you arrive at that? No, Will, I'm not trying to pick at you. You know how bad the Raiders are, though, that Will would conceive of that? You know how bad that game is, Lee?
Yeah, they stink, man. I mean, I get it. Like,
in that football game.
Yeah.
Tony. The only thing that is guaranteed in the NFL is that you have to be willing to hold your nose if you want to have a chance. Okay? And I am willing to hold my nose with the Cleveland Browns, for better or for worse. Now, here's the thing. Here's my game script that I'm hoping plays out. Okay? Because we've watched JJ McCarthy play some football, and he has been awful. He's been better than Shador, but he's been awful.
It's
right?
tragic.
But if you let him stay out there for 4.5 quarters, he can put together a drive or two late. If you give him 3 quarters to figure something out and go into the fourth quarter with like 57 yards, then he'll put together a couple drives and make the game competitive. Shador, it's like if they can send him out there for that 8th or 9th drive, the defense just keeps giving him the ball. Maybe Judkins pops a run, and maybe he makes one decent throw, or maybe they just get a turnover in plus territory and give Njoku a jump ball. Like, that's my game script. And even if it's not, like I said, it might be a 6-10 game, and I'm like, hooting and hollering happy. It's gross, but
gross is right.
My friends, we gave out the Browns last week, or I gave out the Browns. Yeah. I mean, I think it's just that at home, the Browns are the best ATS team in the league in the last 3 years, but on the road, they're the worst ATS team in the league the last 3 years. It's wild. So I don't know. I mean, I get it. I understand it, though.
The thing is that it's going to be an interesting weekend any way you slice it. My friends at VIP Play, great place to take part. Your first $20 bet, you make it. You get $100 in bonus bets instantly. The promo code, the phrase that pays on the show of record is TN Tony. They're live always, 200-plus leagues, numerous bet types, props, options. If you follow Lee during the week, you got all kinds of college hoops, which we're going to do some college hoop stuff here. We're going to do that before it's over. We're going to do like a weekend best bet steal in college hoops. As we get into that season. If you have a bet in mind and can't find it, VIP Play will create it if it's compliant. That's why everybody gets treated like a VIP over at VIP Play. If you have a gambling problem, 800-889-9789, 21 and over, and located in the state of Tennessee to place a bet. Okay, here's the question. Before we get our power plays in here, how's this Florida game going to go tomorrow night? I just spent the last 2 hours on the air talking about it. All week talking about it. Some people have great fear and trepidation, and some people say, bring it on. What are your guys' feelings on this game?
Betting wise, I don't have much of an opinion, honestly. I hate to say that because it's a betting show, but I just feel like the numbers is right where it probably should be. Like, I feel like I need 6 to back Florida. And I would really don't want to lay more than 2.5 to back Tennessee here. So I'm certain as a Tennessee fan, I'm not afraid of the game versus Florida at all. I'm just, to me, it's like, I don't trust either quarterback right now. I don't know who's going to turn the ball over. And that's really it. It feels like there's so much variance in this game. I'm just not really interested in betting it, to be honest. So I don't have a good feeling for this at all. Like, I just don't. I can't come to a conclusion one way or the other.
Will, you have any feel?
If college player props were legal in Tennessee, I'd hammer that Ball kid to score a touchdown. The Florida running back.
I agree with that.
He's a beast. I don't feel good. I don't feel good about the game at all, Tony. Until they go show that they can win in that stadium, it's just one of those bugaboos. And the matchup's not great with them being able to run the ball and us not being able to stop the run. And, if they can protect DJ a little bit, and I don't mean the offensive line protect him, I mean protect him in play calling.
Yes.
then they have a really good shot to win the game. And one of their really stud interior defensive linemen is back this week.
Correct.
I'm blanking on his name.
Taylor Banks.
Taylor Banks.
Banks.
But they'd also lost an edge rusher too. So
yeah, they lost the gum kid.
They did.
Here's the thing.
They did, but you can get us on the edge with scheme. Like,
oh, you're right. No, you're right.
You know what I mean? Like,
here's the thing about player props too. Another concern of mine. We have a quarterback who it seems like the glass slipper is all of a sudden not fitting him, and the interior of Tennessee's defensive line is not playing well. Florida has enough athletes to put heat on us. That's been my concern about this game for the last few weeks as I've looked at what's happened with our passing game and the way we hurt ourselves. And I just got to say that Will is a major concern of mine tomorrow night. In fact, guys, if we were to install a number to get action going both ways with these quarterback interceptions tomorrow night, what would the number be? What would you guys put it at?
For both?
1.5 on Aguilar and 2.5 on Lagway.
Yeah, like 4.
So like 3.5 would be the number. 3.5.
Two, man.
I think that's right. I think this ball is going to be up in the air tomorrow night. I wish that wasn't the case with our guy, but
I'll be honest. Who can capitalize on that? Who can capitalize better? Who can capitalize?
You're right.
That's who's going to win. And I hate to, it's going to come down to mistakes because if they're 3-7 for a reason.
That's right, Brian. And we haven't beaten anybody for a reason.
Would we feel better as Tennessee fans if Billy was still calling the shots?
Yes, I would. We've been in every game. We've been in every game, guys. Every game.
Yeah, I would because I know he's going to play it conservative and take it down to the end of the game, which will keep us in it and give us a shot. Like, if they get off to a fast start, like, I would think their coaching staff, being an interim coaching staff, would keep the gas down. Like, I think they'd take some chances. Like, if you're an interim coach at Florida, why aren't you taking chances? You should be going for it on 4th down. Like, empty your bag, run all your trick plays. Napier will never do that. So
I want to shout out my man Goldbrick Joe, who picked up Titans Bill today and brought him down to Calhoun's. Listen, he's a Titan fan. Lee, we were talking about this interim coach the Titans have. This guy's acting like he's protecting gold. This guy's not trying anything.
Yeah, punting on 4th and 2 from your opponent's 44.
What the hell is that?
Yeah.
What are you doing? What are you going to the Super Bowl, man? I mean, what are you doing? You suck on 3 continents, Chief.
I still have nightmares from the last time that the Vols went down there and made Trevor Etienne look like Herschel Walker.
I don't blame you.
Maybe that's why I can't get over the fact that I don't feel good about this game. I mean, that guy punched us in the mouth.
Where are Florida's playmakers, though? It's sort of like, well, can they find some playmakers in this game, even against the bad defense? They just don't look like they have any because the best one
is a hell of a player, Brian.
They have is out.
Yeah, ball is legit. I think Brian's right, though. If they had the Wilson kids, especially the freshmen, I would be on Florida here plus 4.
Yeah.
I don't think it would be at +4, do you?
And I think ball somebody can probably key
maybe
on.
A little wide receivers unaffected that much.
Who could they, if they key on ball and take him out, who could they go to?
Brian, how are they going to key on him with our linebacking core? Who's going to key on him? I mean, no offense to our linebacker.
Who else do they have that scares you?
Well, our linebacking core looks like electric football. But anyway, hey, listen, I do think Tennessee should win the game. I'm with Lee. I think Tennessee should win and cover. They better. Because I'm going to tell you something, guys. That Vanderbilt game in Neyland Stadium, if Vanderbilt gets by Kentucky tomorrow, that is going to be one hellacious challenge for the Vols. If that Pavia guy comes in here healthy, that'll be Tennessee's best win of the year if they can beat Vanderbilt at the end of the year. If they get tomorrow's game, it's very interesting because it's still there. It's still in front of them. And Lee, what would the number be right now, Tennessee and Vandy in Neyland Stadium? What would that number be?
Tennessee minus 2.
Wow.
Something like that.
Wow. Two teams laying right on top of the other.
Yeah, I mean, I've got them power rated on a neutral 2 points better. So,
Gentlemen, let's do our Let's do our power plays. Last week we just let every pick stand, and we went 7-3. Lee, it's pretty good.
Yeah, we had a good week. Unfortunately, J.J. McCarthy, like Will was talking about, decided he just can't play football anymore. That was, I don't know, that was really, really bad. I don't know what happened there, but yeah, we had a good week though.
You guys always like to focus on the ones that got away.
Yeah, that's the way it goes, man. I was really confident in that play in like the first quarter. I'm going, what is this guy doing? And it just never got better. Somehow they had a lead. 17-16 with a minute to go in the game. The Vikings did. I mean, they weren't going to cover, but they still end up losing. It's wild, man. He was terrible. Like, I don't know what's happened to that kid. But yeah, I thought we had a really good show though. Most of everything we gave out, I thought was winning. I think won for the most part.
Yeah, it did. 7-3 is pretty good. So we had our 10 plays. Do we want to do the same thing this week, or do we want to take 3 at the bottom? What do you think, Will? We've got JMU minus 13.5, Washington State. That makes sense to me. Maryland plus 13 with Michigan. Lee says spread some money line on that. I don't know about Brian's Houston minus 1.5 versus TCU. I stay away from Houston. Maybe I shouldn't, but I do. The Giants plus 10.5 with the Vikings is Brian's NFL play. Lee has Hawaii tonight at UNLV, catching 3. I love that play. Missouri plus 8 with Oklahoma makes total sense after what Oklahoma's been through. A win in Knoxville, a win in Tuscaloosa. They've got to come. They have got to come back to earth. They're going to win the game, but it'll be an interesting football game. UAB plus 22 with South Florida. If you're betting that, I got the 800 number handy if you need it. Lee has the Saints minus 2 with Atlanta in the NFL. The Cowboys plus 3 with the Eagles. The chef has cooked up a teaser of Cincinnati plus 8.5 versus BYU. Pittsburgh plus 8.5 versus Georgia Tech for minus 125 over at VIP play. In the first leg of Frankie Jr.'s mythical state championship tournament that he declared and decreed last week, Coastal Carolina, South Carolina over 50. And then the Browns plus 4 versus the Raiders. Come to think about it, Willie looks like what about Frankie Jr., guys, coming out and saying that he's playing for the state championship after he blew that lead? How mad would we have been on the air if we'd have heard that, Will? How mad would we have been on the post-game show? What kinds of things do you think our listeners would have been calling him on Garza Law, fifth quarter fan reaction?
You'd still be doing fifth quarter fan reactions right now. If we blew a 30-3 lead, and then we were playing Middle Tennessee State this week, and you came out and said it was the state champion,
and then Vandy to close,
and then after celebrating at halftime, going off the field. I mean, that's below Butch Jones.
That's a fireable offense, losing the game. And then
it's a shame there are no coaches out there to hire, or they would fire him.
Yeah, that's
how about Virginia Tech ending up with James Franklin guy? How about that? I mean, what are we doing here?
There's some coaches out there.
Yes, there
are. I
I
mean, on the surface, I think everybody thinks Franklin is a good hire, and it's probably the best. It's definitely the best they could do. That's for sure. Mm-hmm. As far as getting a guy that's experienced and won games in a Power 4 conference, no doubt. I just think with coaches, like, you never really know. Mm-mm. Like, there's been so many coaching hires like over the last 10 years. I'm like, man, that's a really good hire, and it turns out they're crap. You know, like I thought Tom Herman was going to be terrific at Texas. He couldn't win a damn thing.
Totally agree.
You know. So you never really know. I think there's a lot of up-and-coming guys at smaller places that probably could do really good jobs at places that just aren't going to get phone calls, you know. So
I agree. Hey, that young kid at James Madison deserves a phone call.
I don't know why Chesney is not getting mentioned for these jobs. Like, if I'm LSU or Florida, I would hire him in a second for much, much less money.
Totally agree. And put my money in my roster.
Yep, exactly. Put your money in your players.
And Tyson Helton from Western Kentucky is another one.
Put my money on my roster, put my money on my mind, and call the cartel, Danny.
The last time a guy got pulled out of JMU, it worked out okay, pretty quickly.
And their basketball coach down there at Vanderbilt, I think Lee's going to do a pretty good job. I think that was a pretty good hire, too.
I'm gonna go ahead and tell people now that if you didn't like the Vandy football thing this year, get ready because it's going to keep rolling with their basketball teams. That basketball team is an absolute unit this year. They are really freaking good.
He knows how to identify players, man. Hey, Negative, he doesn't have 1 2 guard. Negative, he's got 2 2 guards and maybe 3 2 guards. Negative, you clown. All right, so on the way out, I want to thank our friends at Dos Equis Lager Especial, because they are, ladies and gentlemen, Cervezas Mexicanas, White Plains, New York, 2025. Oyeme. And shout out to our friends at VIP Play. Escúchame. VIP Play. I will have a special play. Check it out tomorrow under the specials tabs. It'll be unbelievable, Andy. Do you guys have any final thoughts or anything else you would care to bring up before we expire here?
We got UFC. UFC is in Qatar this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Card kicks off at 10 a.m. in the morning on Saturday.
Wow.
Yeah.
No game day in my house. I'm gonna watch some UFC.
Yeah, so it's not. We had just an unbelievable card last week in Madison Square Garden, but the co-main is Bilal Muhammad versus Ian Machado Gary. Ian Machado Gary is going to win this, but Bilal's 10 years older. He's already won the belt. Like, history does not favor guys in this situation trying to come back up and attempt to win it again. Gary's he's bigger, he's faster. But Gary, most all his fights go to decision. So Gary by decision is -110. And then the main event, Arman Sarukian versus Dan Hooker. Again, Arman Sarukian's the younger guy here, the much more skilled, athletic. He's better everywhere. Sarukian inside the distance is about -110 as well. It's not great pricing, but it's pretty straightforward in the co-main and the main event with Gary by decision and Sarukian inside the distance.
I want Will Heflin to come over. Will, I'm going to make us a couple of omelets. You're going to have a little breakfast at Basilio, and we'll enjoy some UFC, my brother. How's that sound?
As long as we can split screen game day, then let's do it.
You are a sheep. I ain't watching that because that guy, that McAfee guy, is the biggest. That guy thinks he's a wrestler or whatever he thinks. That guy's a fugazi, as they say in the trade. Boys, I love you. Thank you, guys. Great job today, this afternoon, the middle of the night, whenever you're hearing us. We love you. We appreciate you. I want to thank my friends at Dos Equis Lager Especial once again. Go for Dos. Special shout out to our friends at VIP Play. Download the app, and you're going to bet some games. Support us. We'd love to see you. TN Tony's a promo code. Till we meet again, hit the winners. Stay away from those freaking losers. And JJ McCarthy, hey, Eagles, if you're going to lose, leave a mark. Give me some great talk radio to listen to in Philly this week. Those people panic unlike any other. Let's get some, if we're going to lose, let's do some mass panic. Let's leave a mark. Love you, appreciate you. Enjoy the games, and peace.